Time for an ad read.
This is for Liquid IV read. Take one. Before we continue, let's take a break from a word from our sponsor, a word from these sponsors. Right?
Liquid IV. One stick of Liquid IV and 16 ounces of water hydrates faster and more efficiently than water alone.
Liquid IV has incredible hydration flavors like golden cherry, lemon lime, pear, strawberry, lemonade, Concord grape, acai berry, watermelon, grapefruit, popsicle firecracker. Are you not an American if you don't ask for Liquid IV popsicle firecracker?
I've only ever had Concord grape, and I'm okay with it because it's delicious. Golden cherry sounds like a sex act. Liquid IV is, of course, known for their hydration multipliers, but now with a sugar-free option, immunity support, energy, gut health, sleep, and they even got one for kids.
Recently, as we talked about in this episode, I was sick. I was feeling down, and I found out when I started peeing dark brown that that kind of rhymes. I was feeling down. I started peeing dark brown.
Yeah.
So I took a stick of Liquid IV. I put it in 16 ounces of water, and I drank it for like one stick a day for like 3 days. And I'm not saying this is not what Liquid IV claims. This is what I claim. But in 3 days, I was feeling better. All right. That's how I take it. I'm not saying this is what they say. This is me. All right. When you push your body hard, just feel run down. It's extremely important to stay hydrated.
Wait. I'm not sick. Can I take Liquid IV?
No, you stupid dumb. Making hydration is a priority helps us feel healthier on a day-to-day basis, which means you don't have to be sick to only take Liquid IV. Yeah. You can take it when you're healthy, when you're sick, when you're feeling run down, when you're feeling tired. You know what? I wish I knew a way to get Liquid IV.
Oh, you mean to get 20% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use promo code SLOB at checkout?
What? Wait, that's what?
That's 20% off of anything you order when you use promo code SLOB at liquidiv.com.
Remember, guys, that's 20% off anything you order when you use promo code SLOB at liquidiv.com. This is Slobs on the Pod. I'm your host, Jordan. My chode host, the Grizzly Bear himself. I'm Shy, looking cute as ever.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey Dale.
Hey Daddy. Mm-hmm. Hey Dale. Yeah, guys, I apologize for the nasally noise coming out of my mouth. I was sick last week. I'm just getting over it now.
And I'll be sick next week.
No, dude. No, you won't.
All right, we'll see.
You won't. And
we'll see.
Okay, you probably are going to get sick. But yeah. I'm not sick anymore. I'm just kind of like, it's flushing out of my body.
Yeah.
I still have like the stop.
Flushing out.
Yeah. I'm trying to talk this way.
All right.
Piece of But no, yeah, guys, so I apologize. Yeah, I got real sick last week. I only get sick once every 4 years.
Whole body sick?
Whole body sick. Dude, it's okay. Last week, Monday, Tuesday, totally fine. Not even a hint that I was getting sick. No sore throat, no sneezing, no nothing, no tiredness, nothing. Fucking Monday, Tuesday, fine. Tuesday night, I go to bed, everything's fine. At like 2, 3 in the morning, I wake up and I'm like cold, so I'm like shivering, and I go to take the blanket off to go turn the fan off, and bro, the whole side of my bed is soaked in sweat. I'm like drenched, and I'm like, oh. And like it almost like because I went to bed feeling perfectly fine, I almost woke up being like, oh, I'm sick. That's what I was doing. I was like, oh, I'm sick. My back was achy. I was just like my body. I couldn't. And then in bed I couldn't get comfortable. Like on my back, my shoulders would start hurting. On my side, my hip would hurt. Like I was just beat up, dude. And sure enough, wake up in the morning and my girl like checks my temp and it's like a 101. So I just slept the rest of the day. Didn't eat anything all day. And it was weird. It was like a roller coaster. It was going in and out. Like that night, like I was sick, and then whatever. That night, I started feeling a little better. I was like, my body still kind of aches, but I don't feel like nauseous anymore. And then I was getting like I was pissing out of my like I'll say it. I'm not scared to say it. Really bad watery stuff, just real bad. And dude, yeah, I was just like I was like feeling better, and then I'd get worse. And then the next day I went to work for like a few hours, and then I was like, dude, I can't do this. I was like getting dizzy, and I was like still kind of like weak. My body was still sore too. So I went back home, slept like the rest of the day. And then Wednesday I wake up and I'm totally fine. Or Thursday. I woke up, I'm totally fine. Go to work Thursday, go to work Friday. Saturday, I'm still like kind of sore, but I'm feeling good again. Sunday, went to a baseball game. We'll talk about that a little later. Went to a baseball game and then come back Monday and fine. Then Tuesday, I wake up and I'm at work. I start sneezing a lot, and then I fucking start getting a sore throat. And then like I would just, and it was all just congestion in my throat, and then I was getting like a fucking full headache. Dude, it was bad.
No fever the second run?
The second time, no. That's why I was like, okay, I think I'm good. I just have like a sinus something, you know. But no fever, no nothing. I was eating perfectly fine. But yeah, dude. And when I get sick, I'm a baby. Like my girl always makes fun of me, but I really am. Like all I wanted, like I was getting mad because like she wasn't constantly coming in the room and being like, "Do you need anything? Are you okay?" Like I was just being a bitch, and I knew I was. Like even after I started feeling a little better, I was like, "I'm sorry. Like you took care of me so good. Like thank you." Like I'm a bitch, dude. I'm a big baby. I'm terrible to be around.
I think it's all dudes.
Are you like that too?
For sure.
My dad's like that too. Maybe it is a guy thing.
It is.
It's like you want to be like, you know, I'm good. Don't fuck with me. But then once you like, you know, I don't want to. And I'm like, are you one of those people where you won't go to the doctor either?
No, I'll go.
But like,
sure.
okay, no. But like what I had, would you have gone to the doctor for that?
No.
Oh, okay, yeah. See, same thing. She was like, "You sure you don't want me to take you to the doctor?" I was like, "No." I was like, "Just leave me alone." I said, "Leave me alone," but really like hold me closer. But like, but like I was like, "No, just leave me alone." Like I just need rest. I just need some water, and I just need to sleep. And she's like, okay. And like, I kind of know my body, and it wasn't like, I know when I like, bro, I need to go to the hospital. And also I don't want to, I hate being like deathly sick and just waiting in the ER.
Yeah.
Like I'm just,
you feel like you're getting worse.
Yeah. I'm like, what am I doing out here? You know what I'm saying? Like, fucking come take care of me. But yeah, dude. So yeah, I'm the same way too. I just want to be babied. I wanted her to just be like, oh, let me check your temperature. I wanted her just to bring me stuff to drink without me asking for it, you know? It was, and I'm like so confusing because I'm telling her, leave me alone, let me get rest. But at the same time, in my head, I'm like, why isn't the woman taking care of me? But dude, I'm terrible. So shout out to her for taking care of me because I know I'm hard to work with.
Yeah, dude. It's not just you, I promise. It's every dude. But like after talking about that, I realized like my dad wasn't like that. Like he would get sick. Like I remember being a kid and him being sick like 2 or 3 times, like my whole childhood.
Yeah.
And when he would get sick, I remember one time he got sick on a trip to like San Diego. He just stopped talking. But you could tell he was f***ed up.
Yeah.
And he couldn't like sleep in the bed. He had to sleep sitting up because he was just so congested he couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like I'd rather be a baby and get, you know, just be like, no, leave me alone. Make me soup. You know what I mean? Because at least you get something out of it versus just like shutting down completely and then being like, I'm fine. I'll sleep in this chair. Like,
yeah, exactly.
You're not going to get better like that.
No, yeah.
You're not going to burden anyone, but you're not going to get better.
No, yeah, definitely.
So I choose be a baby.
I do too, dude. Yeah. But like I said, I feel bad too because, like I said, not only am I a baby, but I'm very like, you know what I'm saying? Because then and the cool thing though is she knows it's only when I'm sick that I'm this way. Yeah. So she'll just be like, all right, shut up. You know, like I'm gonna make you soup. I'm gonna make you lemonade. Like I know you don't want this, and then when I bring it to you, you're gonna be like, oh, thank you. You know, I should have been nicer. But yeah, dude. And like I said, I don't get sick a lot, and I think because I haven't got sick in so long, now I'm at an age where I'm very like, I think I don't want to say sentimental, but like I don't know how to put it, very emotional lately. And I was kind of like up and down with like a bunch of things, like the podcast, life. Fucking at the same time, my kid was sick too. It was the first time ever that, you know, our baby's sick. So we were up with him, dude. He was throwing up. At one point, dude, he had blood in his throw up. I freaked out, dude. It was like Saturday or Friday night. I could hear him because he had the same thing. He had like boogers and stuff. And obviously as a kid, he doesn't know to blow his nose. He doesn't know when he coughs up loogies, he don't spit it out. He just swallows them. So like I would hear him. So eventually one time he was like coughing, and I just put him over my shoulder and was patting him and just threw up all over my shoulder, like the phlegm and everything. But dude, there was blood in his throw up, and I freaked out right away, dude. Like, because I was like, okay, like no one is supposed to throw up blood, let alone a baby. You know what I'm saying? A 9-month-old baby. So I'm freaking out. We're about to go take him to the hospital. I call my mom, and then at the same time, Sida's calling her sister-in-law, which is a nurse at the hospital. And luckily, they were just like, no, like, you're fine. Because her sister-in-law was like, she saw we took a picture and everything. She was like, it's not really a lot of blood to be concerned. She's like, if he's been having the nasally congestion, I think more than likely he has a dry sinus. And it's like, just like us, like same thing that happens to me. I spit out bloody loogies sometimes, and it's just because my stuff my nose is going through. So yeah, dude, that was scary. You know what I'm saying? And being sick, and then also, like I said, just being in my emotional state lately. Like when I saw that, bro, I was like, I wanted to break down. Like I was like freaking out, like, dude, like, and everything. It was almost like I was doing the whole like, oh, boo-hoo me, because I was just like, oh, I just got over, or I'm getting sick now, and my kid's sick, and oh, now he's throwing up blood, and oh, you know, fucking, we gotta pay this, and like, you know, the podcast is doing terrible. Dude, I just went like in a huge like rabbit hole, and I hate that about myself because I always do that. I always think the worst of everything. I snowball effect a lot of shit. One little thing will ruin my whole fucking day because I just make up stuff that's gonna possibly come of this. You know what I'm saying? The minute I see blood, I'm like, dude, oh my God, what if it's this? We're going to take it to the hospital. We're going to be in the hospital for the next few days. And it's all this. I start spiraling, bro. Yeah. And, and then I was all over the place, man. And then because I was sick, I was, you know, trying to edit these. Dude, I was so bad. I couldn't even go to my table just to edit. Like I couldn't get comfortable. I wasn't like thinking straight. Like I was very cloudy. Like for the 2 days, I think maybe just taking medicine and being sick, I just felt like drunk. It was just terrible feeling, man. Like being hungover for like 2 days.
Yeah, that mindset or state of mind will get you depressed fast for sure. Like being physically fucked up and then just like having other things like that's, you know, they say like worrying about the past is depression, worrying about the future is anxiety. Just like focus on now, you know what I mean? But like if you focus on now and you feel like you're dying, like you're super fucking sick, it's real easy to let all the fucking past depression and the future anxiety all come in too.
Future anxiety, yeah.
And then it's a not fun party.
No, dude. And then on top of that, like I get that machismo thing where I'm like, you know, I am sick, but I still should be able to help her, you know, take care of him. Because that's the thing that sucked too. She was taking care of both of us. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, I'm sick, but as well as like, I know I should probably help her as well. Because like she's trying to make him food. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It was just, and it was like not being able to do that stuff for him or her because I was so out of it myself. It was just another thing. I was like, dude, you're a piece of shit. Like you're a bad dad. Like
you're going to feel that guilt because you're a good partner and you want to do better all the time. But you got to let that shit go because, dude, she's going to get sick and then you got to do this shit. And then you're going to be like,
I'm going to fucking fold when that happens.
Yeah, I know, but you can't.
What do I do?
Because she didn't when you were sick. So it's like, you gotta do the same thing. And I'm sure she's way more of a man than you and isn't going to like cry and push you away and need you. Like she'll be a lot more clear about what she needs.
Dude, when she says just leave me alone, let me sleep, that's exactly what she means.
Yeah.
Even if I make her sleep, she's like, get the fuck out of here. Close the light. Like it's bright. You know what I'm saying? Like she is definitely like, just let me get better, and then when I'm better, I'll come out.
So don't feel bad that you need what you need when you need it. Just remember she's gonna need that.
Yeah.
And then you just go back and forth. That's it.
And dude, I think about that too. Like when I get in those mindsets, I do try to be like, dude, like you can let your guard down. You can be sick sometimes. You can not be able to help sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And then it's just, you're going to have to, you know, do the same when it comes with her. But I also put myself in that stupid situation. I hate it where I'm like, oh, other people have it worse. You know, why am I complaining? Like I start doing that. And then I make myself mad where I'm like, no, dude, but everyone has their own issues. And this is all just me having like conversations in my head to myself at a dinner table. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just kind of like, yeah, but you have your issues. They're not as bad as someone else, you know, that has like cancer or something, but it's still an issue to you at the time. And yeah, dude, I was just a hot mess last week. And yeah, I had a moment where I was going to text you guys and be like, I think we should, I don't know about stopping completely, but I was like, I think we should take a break from the podcast for a while. You know, I don't know. But it was, once again, it was in that moment when I was sick and my baby's throwing up and all this stuff is happening. I'm like, man, what am I? And I'm taking time away from my kid to go to this podcast and nothing's going on with it. You know what I'm saying? And like lately, I feel like I haven't been putting like that much effort into it. And so I was like, what am I doing? Like, dude, it was insane. Like, but then I don't know. I literally just had to tell myself, like, when I get high, you only feel this way because you're sick right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you're not sick, the podcast is doing great. You know, you and your family are doing great. The baby's sick, but he'll get better. You know what I'm saying? You have a more positive outlook. So I just kept having to tell myself, like, dude, you're sick right now. Yeah. Your brain's not in the right like state of mind. You're aching. You're not thinking right. I do a lot of like just like I don't want to be here right now type feelings. Just because like how shitty I was feeling as well as like useless. Yeah. It was just a bunch, dude. I don't mean to trauma dump on you right now. I'm sorry.
But like everything, I feel like the answer is always somewhere in the middle. You know what I mean? Like you wouldn't have those feelings if you weren't worried about something and it wasn't something that you were thinking about completely. I'm not saying that you were right to be like, well, fuck it. We'll just stop doing the podcast because it's not going good. Yeah. And then you're not sick and you're like, no, it's going great. Maybe it's not going great. Maybe it's not going so bad you need to shut it down. It's just not going as good as you want. And it comes out when you're like, fucked up.
Yeah.
But you just have to, like so many things in life, be like, it is what it is. I enjoy it. These are the pros. These are the cons. We're just going to do it.
No, yeah.
You know?
And now that I'm, like I said, now that I'm better, I do have that where I'm like, dude, I was being a bitch last week and like I was just not in my right head. Obviously, I don't want to stop this. We've been going great. We've been posting an episode every week up until this point, you know what I'm saying, since January. So, like, my goal was this year to do that, and then next year maybe, do a set date as well as, every week an episode. But, so I had that goal, so I wanted to continue with that. So now that I'm clear-headed, no, dude, I don't want to end this. I don't want to take a break from it. I love where we're going with it. And, yeah, I did have, now I'm like, no, I remember, like, I got into this because it's fun. I get to hang out with my boys and just bullshit talk. And we get to share, like, crazy stories and, like, funny conversation with other people, Yeah. Obviously, we have viewers. You know what I'm saying? People are responding to us. It's cool. I put out a poll lately. A lot of people answered it, which is new. You know what I'm saying? Normally, I would get frustrated. I'd put out a poll. Bro, make up a fucking choice. Make a choice.
Me and you on both of our accounts voting, and that's it. That's it. One of our friends to make it an odd number.
Yeah, 4 people voted. It was the podcast page, my page, your page, and Sebas. But no, yeah. I was just all fucked, and I'm better now, dude.
Good. I'm glad you're better.
Cheers, dude.
We're happy to have you back. Here, tap the bottom, you sick fuck. Yeah, right. Fucking guy.
I was gonna do neck to neck.
You just did 20 minutes on how sick you were, and then you went, all right, bro, cheers. Cheers, bro. Can you kiss this for me?
Kiss it.
Kiss it for me.
Let's wrap arms and But yeah, so I'm feeling better, dude.
Yeah, good.
How have you been? Enough about me.
Good. I'm drinking beer again. I haven't had beer in like many moons because I was trying to lose weight.
Yeah, you did text me. You're like, you down for some beers this morning? I'm like, all right, cool, yeah.
Because it just sounds good and tastes good.
Dude,
I like it. Like, even though I went away from it for health reasons, I just like it.
Oh, yeah. When I would like take breaks from drinking, I would go to a restaurant and I'd see someone at a bar with just that golden liquid in that cup with a nice little lemon on it. You know what I'm saying? You see some little salt they sprinkled in. Yeah. You see the ice or the glass like crying, like the little, it's condensating. Yeah. It looks so tasty. My mouth starts watering and stuff. It's like, and that's the crazy thing about beer is like it's one of those things that you drink and you're like, I don't know how people like this, but every now and then, like, it quenches your thirst.
It's
weird.
Super thirst quenching. And like, for me, I cut it out because I was drinking a lot of beer for a long time and I needed to lose weight. So that was like a big thing I cut out among other things. And I lost weight. And then, my weight was like stabilized. I want to see if like you've because I know you've had phases of like where you're in shape, you're going to the gym and stuff like that. Yeah. So like, it seems pretty common for me. Like I'll lose weight and then I'll stabilize my weight, but I'll feel weak as fuck because I'm not working out. I'm just focusing on not drinking a lot of beer, not eating a lot of sugar, not eating a lot of bread, that kind of thing.
Okay.
And my weight will go down and then eventually it'll like stop.
Like plateau.
Yeah, it'll plateau, but I'll start over time to feel like real weak. Like I feel my arms getting small. I feel my grip strength weakening, you know, stuff like that.
So you're losing weight, but you're also
But I'm losing
strength?
a ton of strength.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And then I'll go back to the gym, and this is where I'm at now. Is I signed back up for the gym like 2 weeks ago.
Nice.
And I told myself, like, don't go every day, because when I went every day last time, like, I eventually got hurt.
You burnt yourself out.
I burnt myself out
yeah.
big time. So I was like, every other day, no matter what. It's just every other day. So I've been doing that for like 2 weeks, but my weight is like creeping back up because like I'm craving things like beer and fucking sometimes I want bread. Like I'm so hungry all the time now that I'm like lifting again. I'm like, oh no.
Dude, let me ask you this. So like when you start losing like weight, especially like in a dramatic way, like, you know, you lose like maybe 5 in a week or something. When you get to a certain weight, do you tell yourself like, okay, well, I can kind of eat and drink whatever right now because I have that leeway?
For sure.
And then you forget that, oh, like a beer this weekend turned into a beer every day this week. And now I'm kind of, you're not getting fat again. You're not even bloated. You don't look bad, but you know that if you stay on this path, yeah. So you can almost catch it. Like you can like pinpoint when, like, okay, if I keep going this way, I'm gonna gain that weight back. If I chill right now, I had my fun, go back to the gym, go back on my diet. You kind of like, you cycle back down to where you're like, okay, now I could do it again. You bring it, and it's probably bad. I don't know if that's considered yo-yo dieting, but I would do. That's where I would fuck up, was where I would lose so much weight. I'd go on this healthy diet, or I'd like fast or something, and I'd lose like a ton of weight. Like I look good, shredded, you know, and just go on runs, no lifting weights, just go on runs or something. And then I'd be like, dude, look at me. Like I could see my ribs. You know what I'm saying? Like I could eat a whole pizza now, or I could drink some beer instead of vodka sodas. You know, I could get a fucking 8-point beer at the fucking Pint House. You know what I'm saying? But I start getting that point where I'm like, oh, it's coming back. I see it, and instead of telling myself like, all right, you know, put it away for a while and then go back down. Nah, dude, I'll go off. I'll be like, no, I still look good. I just had a whole week of shitty eating and drinking, and I still look kind of good.
How fucking good I look. I'll fuck. Just titties on belly in the mirror. Just,
no, dude, you know what? Like I said, I can relate to like the thicker people because I get to that threshold where I almost get like to like the line of like between like getting chubby. So I've had that part where like my stomach's kind of big and my titties hang, so I get that red line underneath your tit. And I'll take a shower and I'll be like, fuck, I got those lines where the skin folds and stays folded for a while. You know what I'm saying? Like
creased.
The creases. Yeah, creases. My bad. Not folds yet.
Yeah.
Creases.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. So and then when I see those, I'm like, oh, that's a sign, or that's a fat people sign. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I had that like because I was a fat kid early, you know. So the creases was like a common thing, and then like in high school when I would start to gain more weight to the point where like the creases became folds, I was like, okay, now I gotta chill, and then I just do enough to go back to just crease, you know.
Yeah.
And then I spent my time in the folds though.
Did you ever get bullied for being fat or anything?
Yeah, of course.
You did? Oh, I mean, of course.
Of course. I was. It's of course because of like the decade I grew up. Like
you were in high school in what years?
I was in high school from like 98 to 02. So
it was like prime bullying, dude. That's where
But even before that, it was prime bullying because like I grew up in a neighborhood of Mexican kids.
Okay.
So you know, early 90s, like 92, 93 is when I started to get like real chubby. And I remember probably like 94. So I was like in the 4th grade. What is that? Like 10?
Yeah.
I remember one summer, like up until then, I was still wearing whatever I wanted to wear. Like I didn't think I was fat or whatever. And I wore a tank top like to play outside one day in the summer. And all the Mexican kids were just like, they started calling me tetas. They're like, hey, tetas, your ball. And I was like, my name's Emil.
Tetas is cool.
All right, tetas.
That's cool. My friends call me tetas, but my name's Emil.
Yeah, they were like, dude, you it looks like you're wearing a bra and we could see your tits from the side. And I was just like, fuck, dude, 10 years old. Just like, God damn it. So then that began my like, I got to lose weight. I got to do this. I got to do that. And then like in junior high for a little bit, I lost weight, but then it would always come back, you know, but it was like, it was constant stuff like that. But looking back on it, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, obviously it like hurt my feelings another time, maybe in like the 6th grade. So I was like 12. So my buddy came we were going to walk to school, and he showed up, and I had just gotten out of the shower. So I like opened it with just my towel on. Like, hey, bro, come inside. You know, go in my room.
No shirt, nothing?
No, just towel. Like, I literally, my bathroom was right by the front door, and my bedroom was between that.
Oh, okay.
So it was like I had just gotten out of the bathroom, and I heard him knock. So I opened the door, and I was like, hey, dude, yeah, go in my room, play Nintendo or whatever. I'm going to get dressed in the bathroom, and then we'll go. And then I remember him like... just like clocking what was happening, my chest, my stomach, and then he was just like, "All right."
Oh, was he disgusted by it?
He was disgusted, and then like maybe a day or two later, other kids were coming up to me at school, being like, "Hey, so and so said he came over so you guys could walk to school, and he saw you with your shirt off, and you had boobs." like they couldn't see me. Even with the shirt on, you could tell someone's got little titties, you know? Like,
yeah, you know what? That's so true, though.
They were asking me like it was something I was hiding in my closet. Like, he said, you have boobs?
You have a little gut, I hear?
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking blind?
Yeah.
Dude, hold on. Going back to something you said earlier, though, was like when you're still putting on that, like, that medium type clothing, not realizing you're big yet until someone points it out. My parents were that for me, because I would always wear like larges, and sometimes I'd wear like those shirts that were tight on the arm, so it'd make you look buff, right?
Yeah.
And I always wore those. And this was when I was working out. I was like thin waist, but like pretty big, you know. And I guess at some point I lost the thin waist. I was still pretty big, but also in my stomach, and I would still wear those shirts. I remember one time I went over to my parents' house, and like they were just making like fat jokes, but like. Not at me, just around me, and I was like, "What are they talking about?" And then at one point, like my dad said something about my shirt not fitting right, and he was like, "Oh, like looks like you're gonna have to start wearing XLs." And I was like, "Huh?" And then it wasn't. That's when I realized, like, oh, like I now to everyone else I look big.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those things where you don't notice it until someone else points it out, which is kind of sad, but. Yeah, dude. It was very heartbreaking, especially like your parents. You know what I'm saying? Like my parents would make fun of me, and I to this day, because my parents have lost a ton of weight.
Yeah.
Like crazy amount of weight recently, and even more than ever, they're very like
they're hot.
Yeah, they're fucking dude. My
smoking hot couple,
dude. It's insane. I'm like, what? They're fucking reversing the age reversing, dude. Drinking baby blood.
Abraham,
dude, daddy.
Abraham,
chill out, dude. You're still my stepdad, all right?
Leave my stepdad alone.
Leave my stepdad out of this. Leave my hot stepdad
you
out
fuck
of
my
this.
mom. You don't touch my stepdad.
That's a man.
Hey,
if anything, he gonna fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck.
He's my dad.
My dad. My hot dad.
My hot
My
dad.
ass stepdad. But yeah, so now that they're losing weight, they're very hardcore about my weight. But last week I got real sick and didn't eat for 2 days, so lost a good amount of weight. So I'm feeling great, dude. That's the positive side
happen.
to getting sick.
Yeah, you lose a good 5, 6, 7 pounds. Yeah, that's a real upside. Real quick, what you were talking about, like the shirts that make you look buff and stuff. I had buddies in high school. I won't say who they are because I don't want to embarrass anyone. They would fold the backs and staple them.
No way.
Yeah.
To make their arms look bigger?
To make them extra tight around the bicep. Yeah.
And you couldn't tell could you tell it was stapled?
I mean, if you did it right, close enough to your pit or whatever.
Oh, like on the inside.
Like
yeah, you could do it on the inside.
Back here, yeah.
Yeah.
Just enough to like pull it snug around the arm.
Oh, that's so funny, dude. Changing your clothes up like that. I remember in my day, like people, like cholos did this. They would put a rubber band in their pants, like baggy pants. They didn't like the pant flowing over the shoe.
Oh.
They would put a rubber band and tuck in, and it would just look like
it
looked like a band like around their pants. I fucking hated that always.
Yeah.
Or like these chola bitches would tie their shoes. They would lace them from the bottom up. You ever see that? In a pair, guys, if you guys listening, I know you remember this, but they like these chola girls, maybe even guys.
Oh, like they would tie the bow down here?
Yeah. Well, they would lace them from the top down instead of from here up here, and they'd lace them down so that the bow would be down here, like the loose string. So they would tie it down here, and it would always be like with like black and white Converse and stuff. I always thought that was kind of like weird.
That is weird.
I mean, I had friends like that, but I had never asked them what they did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I let them be them. Yuma Dispensary.
Yuma Dispensary.
Yuma Dispensary. All right, guys, before we continue this episode, we have to thank
Our favorite sponsor.
our favorite sponsor of the podcast, guys. That is Yuma Dispensary.
Originally established in 2013, Yuma Dispensary is proud to be the city's first and only state-licensed medical marijuana and adult use dispensary. Now serving both medical and recreational customers, Yuma Dispensary is here to serve all people in the area looking for effective products, support, education, and great customer service. And they have a ton of great customer service. Every employee there knows what they're talking about. It's always just like a comfortable experience. They run cool promos. They're just constantly involved, and it shows in their product and what they have available on the recreational and medical side.
Yeah, guys, if you guys can't tell, we might slip up on some things because we're currently under the influence of Yuma Dispensary. And older, please.
21 and older.
21 and older, please.
21 and older.
I'll bleep that last one out.
yumadispensary.com.
Remember, you can contact them at 928. And Emil, if I don't have a phone and I can't contact them, where would I find their address?
You can get in your car and drive to Yuma, Arizona 85365.
Yes, guys. And when you go inside, please let them know that the Slobs on the pod sent you. And we really don't know what their response will be. But we do know one thing, though. If you go in there, you're going to get great customer service. When you purchase weed from Yuma Dispensary, it not only helps Yuma Dispensary, but it also helps your community.
It helps your child's school.
Yeah, are you guys tired of your kid going down a slide that's metal and hot, and we don't have enough money?
Go to Yuma Dispensary.
Oh, and are you tired of going in line and waiting in public, and you get the anxiety of you think people are staring at you and you don't want to get dressed up?
Probably.
And you don't want to go inside? You know they have online pre-orders?
yumadispensary.com. Put the order in, pull up, they'll bring it out to you.
Online pre-orders go from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Doors open at 8 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Every day.
Every day. Monday through Sunday?
yumadispensary.com. Last thing about being a fat kid and being bullied real quick.
Oh, keep going.
I just because I was talking about all those memories. I remember one time I came back from like winter break, probably like maybe 10th grade, 11th grade, 10th grade. And this kid in class was just like, God damn. I walked in like after being off for like, so
You gave it away before, but yeah.
I was off for like 3 weeks. I ate whatever the fuck I wanted, and he was just like, God damn, I've heard of holiday weight, but what the fuck? And I was just like, what? What are you talking about? And like that winter break, for sure, I still remember, like, my dad would go to Costco and shit.
Yeah.
And if we liked something, he'd just get like the massive box of it.
Oh, my dad was the same, yeah.
So it was like a giant thing of Pop-Tarts, a giant thing of chocolate chip cookies, a giant thing of this.
1,000 pieces of beef jerky.
Everything.
A 5-pound bag of beef jerky?
So I was just home for 3 weeks eating whatever the fuck I wanted all day, every day. And I was old enough to where like they weren't monitoring what I ate anymore, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, that kid just being like, God, what the fuck? Like, there's no way I look that different, but for sure I did.
What's funny is, have you ever gotten like where you're not losing weight and you thought you were looking pretty good, and then people are just like,
Yes.
damn, you gained a few pounds, and you're like,
What are you talking about?
I thought I was doing better.
Yeah.
Or the opposite.
The opposite.
Yeah.
The opposite happens a lot. Where like, especially this time that I was losing weight, people would see me and be like, dude, you look like a different person. And I'd be like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
I feel not good. You know, like
I can't breathe.
I'm not well. And they're like, you're doing all, whatever you're doing, keep it up. And I was like, I was going to kill myself today. Like I was done. And they're like, no, keep it up. And then you'll start feeling yourself. And then people will be like, hey, are you still working out or eating right? Or
doing the same thing as last
I'm like,
week.
what do you mean? I feel real good right now. What do you mean? Am I still going to the gym? Am I still, of course. I just, you know.
No, it definitely surprised me when I'm like, yeah, when you know you're like, I haven't been healthy, I haven't been going to the gym, and then you go and see someone for a while and they're like, dude, you look good.
Yeah.
I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But it kind of fucks with you though, because then you're like, oh, I just keep doing what I'm doing then.
Well, you have the added benefit of having hair. You get a good haircut that'll like slim your
Oh,
face
thin
up.
you
You
out.
know what I mean? Yeah, you get a nice little height versus clean on the sides and stuff like that. It'll stretch your face out.
You have the same thing though with your beard, because like
When it's longer, I look fatter.
no, when it's longer, you look thinner because you shave it down to not a point, but it's not
It
like
shapes. Yeah.
And because of that, it makes everyone look at your face thinking like, oh, he has like a pointy chin, probably. He has
Abraham Lincoln chin. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. And then when you shorten it down, you can really see like, oh, it's got no chin.
No chin. Just kidding. No, that's it. That's the truth. That's why I only shave it down like every few years.
Oh,
Because I'll just get so tired of it getting uneven and fucked up. I'll be like, I got to start fresh. So it's like a necessary evil thing. Where it's like, I know it looks better long, but I have to every couple years take it down and then.
I'm thinking about doing that, just to restart. But I want to leave the mustache. Just want to shave everything off.
Yeah.
And then just keep the mustache and just let it grow out from there. That way, it all kind of grows out even. Because I have a bunch of like stragglers that I trim that are probably shorter now than the rest of my hairs. Like I just want it all to grow out.
Yeah.
Evenish.
To be fair, my restart was longer than your whatever you have going on.
Yeah, I know.
So, I may not have a chin, but I have fantastic facial hair.
Fair enough, dude. You may not have hair, but you have beautiful facial hair.
Beautiful facial. And even
I'm
that,
jealous of,
and
too.
even that's not good enough, dude. Like I get you ever seen these like Cody? You know what I mean? Like
like
the
Vikings?
like the European, like the Viking type, the Nordic fucking their cheek coverage.
Like if they shave it all right now, the next day they're gonna at least have like more than a 5 o'clock shadow.
And it's all full. Like even me, like my cheeks, like a little bit here. Like, you know, I still have some not full, like motherfuckers.
Damn, if you
dude.
think you're patchy, what do you think I am? Hairless cat.
I just mean there's some beards that are like from the eyes down, just like complete.
Yeah, dude.
I'd like that.
Okay.
Would I though?
I know you have it now, but because you're forced to. But if you had the option, would you rather have hair or good facial hair? Like hair on your head?
With like this chin and my
How
body
you are
and
now,
stuff,
yeah.
How I am? No, I like how I am now. I like the ability to have good facial hair.
Yeah.
Because like you said, then it covers the things when it's long and it's clean on the sides and it looks good. But if I had hair, or like when I had hair, I still just like had double chin. Even when I was like thin for me, you know.
You still have the double chin.
I still have double chin. Like
Same,
it's just
dude.
it's
I have one right
it
now.
just is. Yeah.
Well, see, and that's the thing, guys. I don't want you to think like I think I have good facial hair. I know I don't. All right, I've been
Okay.
a joke for the longest time, dude. Especially in the military. I don't know why it's such a big thing with all these fucking military men. But if you can't grow a beard, you're not a man.
Yeah.
So like we would have periods where we'd have like everyone would go on vacation for like a week or two. You know what I'm saying? So we would between the squads, they'd be like, all right, when we come back. You know, before you come back, obviously you have to shave, but take pictures, and whoever has like the most facial hair within your squad, like whatever, you're the most manly. And dude, I never even tried growing my shit out because they would always make fun of me. Like the little, and luckily, like this, the reason I have like hope that everything else will come in because this didn't look like this like 4 years ago. It was nothing, dude, and now it kind of came in, and like I grow it out because I do kind of have like a double chin, and if I shave everything, you will clearly see it unless I'm like constantly like this. But like I do have like a double chin, and this covers it nicely. It's a nice dark, and especially if I like line it up, it makes my face look more like I have I'm more like chiseled underneath the jaw. You get it too. That's the thing too is what beards do. Like if you just trim them the right way, they form your face in a certain way. It's like an illusion. You know what I mean?
I'll take it.
I'll take it, dude. That's what I'm saying. So that's why I'm like, I'm willing to put up with the patchiness of the cheeks just so I can have this cover whatever this is. Because even if I look down and try to give a fat, like a double chin, the hair kind of covers that line that separates the first chin to the second chin. Oh man, but yeah. So what are we talking about? Yeah, losing weight.
Can we take a break soon?
I was gonna say, can we take a break now?
I have to pee.
Yeah, I gotta put the charger in. It's still recording, but I forgot to.
Yeah.
And then we gotta finish the Spectrum saga. The Spectrum
my God.
dude. We'll be back. We're gonna take a break.
A break.
Dude, I don't know if it's like the age thing, but do you know what frustrates me the most is when you think you're done peeing, and you go put it in your pants and you feel it dribble a little still. Like you could, like I can never get 100% of my piss out of my pants, out of my dick.
No one can.
Dude, is that like a, what is that? Is it?
It's probably getting older. But
Because I've always heard that's like a thing like that men talk about. They're like, as you get older, like I think it's just an old person thing in general, like guys and girls. As you get older, like it's harder to hold your pee in. Not that I'm that old, but I just noticed like in time, like it's something that's been like bugging me, dude. Like, dude, I get so fucking mad. Like when I'm done peeing and I'm squeezing and pulling, trying to get the last of it out. I'm fucking.
that's different than peeing.
Huh?
What you're talking about is a different thing than peeing. That's not peeing anymore.
Oh, yeah. Like a Go-Gurt?
Yeah.
Trying to squeeze it from the back, like a toothpaste.
The last bit of toothpaste.
I roll it. But dude, I swear I do everything I can to get it all out to the last drip. And then as soon as it goes, it's like once my dick gets in my pants and it feels the warmthness of my underwear and like it's comfy again, it's like, ooh, it gets like the shivers that we get. And just a little squirt comes out after.
Do you ever pat it like a little gentleman with one square of toilet paper? Like, it's a little gentleman that just had a steak dinner.
Yeah, I get the toilet paper, I wrap it around my finger, and I just dap it. Like if he's got like sauce around his mouth.
Pat him on the back.
Dude, I'm gonna get a little real with this, but like if I know me and my girl are gonna like smash, I gotta keep my, like say if we go out or something, like, oh, we're definitely gonna fuck tonight. I'll keep my dick clean all night. Like I'll pee and then I'll clean it with the toilet paper and then I'll let all the pee out. Yeah. And then if anything, I'll grab like toilet paper and grab my dick. So it could like leak into it. Yeah. And like, all right, it's all getting out. Like there's gonna be no pee taste in my dick. Like no nothing.
Yeah. now you don't feel guilty about going, Can you kiss it a little first?
Come on, it's clean.
Like she'll get to the point where she'll just ask before she does it, are you clean? Like, have you showered today?
No, I think
give it 10 more years. She'll just straight up ask. She'll just be like, did you wash it?
No, okay.
And then you have to be honest.
No, dude, I think we're already kind of at that where like I'll be like, you don't want to. Nah, just stay up here. Stay up here.
Yeah, just hug me.
But you know what? I think guys and girls kind of, if you've either been in a relationship long enough or if you're an adult about it, you kind of like when that time comes and you're just like, no, like not tonight, you know. And it's just you're giving them a warning, like, duh, no, you know, it's been kind of rough tonight, you know. Keep it PG tonight. Yeah. But yeah, dude, that little dribble always pisses me off. Welcome back. We're back. We had to take a break. One last thing before we get into the new stuff. Still going back with me being sick and stuff. I put up a poll on our Instagram at Slob on the Pod. The Slobs on the Pod. By the way, if you guys have noticed, I'm starting to switch everything over to the Slobs. So like our YouTube now says the Slobs. Guys, we have a new TikTok out. I made a new account. I got clips going up on there. It's doing pretty well. I just been every day I posted about 2 or 3. So. Make sure you guys follow us on TikTok. It's really dope. It's like a whole other platform we can work with. It's really cool. But yeah, what was I getting at?
I'm gonna have to download TikTok.
I was saying you should just make like a fake account, whatever. But that way you can see the progress. Because otherwise you have no idea what's going on. It's just like if you're doing reels or something. It's no different. What you see on YouTube and like Instagram, it's the same. It's the same swipe up and like and shit like that.
Okay.
So I wanted to ask you guys: when you're sick, do you still burn? Do you still smoke weed? Well, real quick, I did a poll, which, like I said, thank you guys. We got like a lot of people voted. We had 19 votes, which is a lot.
Nice.
That's a lot, dude. Yeah. Especially it's cool. It's cool too because I can see like who voted and stuff, and just seeing some of the people that said yes that they still burn. I'm like, oh, I didn't even know you smoked weed at all. Some of these, I'm not gonna out anyone out. Scout's honor.
I want to see.
You can look now, but it's between us guys. Come on, we're not gonna share. But yeah, when you go through them and you see who votes, you're like, oh, I didn't even know you smoked weed. But what were the poll? What was the
84% yes at 16, 16% no at 3 votes.
At 3 votes. Yeah.
Who are those nerds?
I know, huh? Pussies.
Oh, there's one.
Yeah, there's a few. But yeah, so I put it out just because I've always been curious. Back in my heyday, at the peak of my alcoholism and my young age. Surprising, huh? At the peak of my my healthiest, I would, when I'd get sick, my answer was to drink more alcohol, mainly tequila. I always thought, if I had a sore throat and I wanted us to go out and have fun with the boys still, I could just, as long as I just took shots. Medicine, dude. Yeah. Dude, it, like my
gin.
My buddy, we all did it, dude. Yeah. Like I won't say his name, and only he probably knows the story. I had a buddy that thought he had herpes one time. So like he got real sick one time and he had like cold sores on the inside of his mouth, like those white bumps, you know, like when you bite on your lip too much or something. He had a bunch like all in upper lip, top lip, maybe like 2 up and 5 on the bottom. And he was like, fuck, dude. We went into the clinic there on base and he got tested and he ended up being fine. But
had he just fucked around with some questionable person?
I guess. I don't even, I think it was just like to be safe. I mean, he probably was, but he was like, well, I have been like with these like other few chicks or whatever. But so then we go out that night and he's still feeling like sick and he has the cold sores in his mouth and stuff. And it was one of the nights that we had went out and it was this girl I was talking to from Tinder. She was a bartender and she was giving us free drinks all night of anything. Top shelf, didn't matter. So he wasn't going to like waste that opportunity. So we were up there just in Austin on 6th Street getting drunk and he was just taking shots of, and he was like, he told me, he was like, dude, he's like, don't you think if I drink alcohol, it would probably like clean my mouth out? And like, he's like, it's probably going to burn, but it's probably cleaning it. I'm like, dude, fuck yeah. You know, we're bros, you know, we don't give a fuck. We're bro science. So yeah, dude, he's just taking shots of like tequila the whole night, trying to kill it. And ever since then, that's kind of always stuck in my head. So when I was sick, like drinking, that was a thing I would do. And I'm not gonna lie, for like the night, I would be like, I think I'm feeling better, but no, dude. It's when drinking and when you're sick is a whole different thing. Like it may make you feel good for the night, but
It dehydrates you.
It's
like,
10 times. It's the opposite of what you should be doing.
Smoking weed when you're sick is very different because it does fuck with your mental a little more. Like if you're as out of it as you were, like and getting depressed and getting like you know, and then you are super high on top of that, it's gonna fuck your head up, maybe make you more anxious and shit like that.
Yeah.
But like like when COVID first came around, I always had weed and I swear like what got me, because my smell went away the first time I got COVID. And so what I would do is I would just go into the garage and just like smoke a bunch, and then like after I smoked, I'd just put my nose in the jar and just like try to get it. And then I was hearing, you know, at that point you hear all the stories of like, oh, so-and-so never got their smell back. So-and-so like, didn't smell anything for 2 months. You know what I mean? But by like the 3rd day of me like smoking and putting my nose in the jar, I started to smell it.
Oh shit.
And I was like, huh, that's it. That's the answer.
Weed is medicine, guys.
So then I got COVID a bunch of times, like in those 2 years.
Yeah.
Every time I would get it, I'd be like, I gotta get high.
That's good.
And you know, back then everyone was still like letting you quarantine and shit.
Yeah.
So like my wife would take the kids and go stay at her mom's.
So you're just getting high at home?
I'd just be at home, jar of weed, Netflix, just fucking windows open, just doing it.
But is there like any sickness you can still smoke, or is there sometimes you're just like, I can't do anything right now? Because yes, when like right now with like my nasally stuff in my throat, I still smoke, and the the smoke does kind of hurt, like especially with a sore throat. So like maybe go to edibles or something. But I know like if I'm like nauseous or if I have like diarrhea and shit, I can't smoke. It makes me feel like kind of grossed out, and it kind of gives me more nausea. So that's like the only time I think I can't smoke and be sick.
Yeah.
Certain sicknesses I can smoke through it, and if anything, it makes me like, I don't know if it makes me feel better, but for the time, I'm just like, I'm very like out of body experience, because you're also like cloudy because you're sick, and then you're getting high. Yeah. So now you're just like, I'm sick, but I'm like chilling. I don't know. It's a weird feeling. It's hard to explain. I don't know.
If you're in like a chill mindset and just feeling run down, it will help you like eat more, relax.
That's how I am this week.
What I mean? Yeah.
Last week I didn't smoke or drink or nothing.
If you're extra worried about how you're feeling and shit like that, and then you get high, you're just adding to the anxiety and being like, what is wrong? Now I feel this.
Oh, you know, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that's true.
Now I feel that, and you're like, all right, maybe I won't get high until I've got a little more. You know, like,
and it doesn't help too having her parents and my parents and her being like, you should take a COVID test.
Yeah.
You know, because to me, I'm just
you don't
like,
want to be high at that point.
No.
Yeah. But once it's like, oh, I'm good. I made it through the worst parts.
Yeah.
I'm still run down. I'm not eating as much as I should. I'll smoke a little.
Yeah, that is true. It does help. That's crazy. That's what makes sense too. Like when people have cancer, like my grandma, when she had cancer, like the days before she passed, she wasn't eating like the week of, like at all. And that's when I found out. I was probably like 15, 16 at the time. They had capsules, I guess, like THC capsules, like she could swallow. And yeah, dude, within like that night, she was getting the munchies and stuff. It was so cool. Like the last few days, she was just like, I'm hungry. And like she was just munching out
You were
until
just
she
giving her
passed.
weed pills?
Yeah. They were prescribed by the doctor and stuff, obviously. But they were just like, my aunt and my dad at the time didn't want to give them to her just because they were like, nah, like I don't think she needs that. And then at some point, they were just like, fuck it. Like she's about to go soon. Let's just see what these do.
It's got to help. It's not going to make it worse.
At least she'll be like, she'll pass with the full stomach. You know what I mean? Like she'll feel a little better. But yeah, so
she took them for like the last few days?
Yeah, last few days she started popping them. And then, yeah, like the last 3 nights before she passed, she was like eating like soups and like, oh, I'm thirsty.
Jumbo
like,
Jacks, tacos.
Everything. It was almost like, I hate to compare it, but it's almost like one time we had to put a dog down. And before we did, we just let him eat chocolate. All the shit he shouldn't be eating. It's like, he's going to die anyway. Like, that's kind of what we were doing with her. Like, oh, what's a shot of tequila going to hurt her? She's already, already out the door.
You want more cheese on your fries, Nana? Yeah.
You know I have high cholesterol. Shut up, dude. You want a lollipop? I know you have diabetes. You want a candy?
Yeah.
I know your feet are going to be hot for a couple days. Come on, dude. By the time it goes down, you'll be dead.
Hot feet.
That's another thing, dude. I found out about people that have diabetes that get hot feet. It's sad. I didn't know that. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
I guess I could be wrong too, but I know I heard this thing that people that have diabetes, they if they get too high like on their sugar or whatever, that their body kind of overheats, and the first thing that'll be is like their feet will get hot. So one time I was hanging out with my buddy. He had diabetes. I didn't know this. And we were drinking, and he was eating a bunch of candy. He didn't tell us till after we did the podcast. But yeah, halfway through, he's like, dude, can I take my shoes off? Like, I'm kind of hot. I was like, yeah, for sure, dude. Fucking do it. Later on, I find out like that was like a symptom. Like he's starting to like having too much sugar, so he needs to chill out. I don't know why he didn't know this himself, but I feel sorry for the guy. Why did I stutter so much on that one? Guys, okay. So I got to wrap up on the Spectrum saga. Guys, I'm here to tell you right now, once again, guys, I've always been one. I will admit when I'm wrong. And Emil, you were right. I should have never even thought about going with Spectrum Mobile. Guys, Spectrum Mobile is like homeless people don't even want Spectrum Mobile. Spectrum Mobile is fucking shit, guys. Do not do it. It's a fucking trap. Bro. They took so much money from me. In the end, I went back with Verizon. But so I'll just recap real quick and then we'll catch up. So get a phone from them. I sign over to them from Verizon to Spectrum. Get a phone. As soon as I get it, phone's overheating. Return it within 4 or 5 days. They get it back. They graded a C, saying that it had some like hairline scratches on the screen, which, by the way, we saw bullshit. They wanted to charge me half the price of that phone. I said no. They said, well, until you charge that, you're going to have no service and we keep your phone number. So you can't go to anyone else. So I said, what the fuck? So I fucking ended up paying $502. They unlocked my phone. I have it now. And then right away, I'm like, well, I'm still done with you guys. Like, I don't want to be Spectrum Mobile anymore. I'm leaving, cancel my contract. Luckily, I wasn't like on a contract. It was just like bi-monthly. And, so I was like, cancel it. I'm done. They're like, okay, so that's totally fine. I go to switch over to Verizon. Luckily, I get my number from them, so I have that. I'm trying to switch it over, and I was having issues like transferring the service over. Sure enough, I call Spectrum, and they're like, oh, yeah, you also have to pay off this phone, which is the second phone I had. I was like, wait, so they were like, yeah, if your next bill is going to be $1,000 plus your bill, because that phone was on one contract that it was what's it called? What's it called? Like they like not sold it to me, but they like let me till I pay it off.
Lease.
It's like lease or whatever. So they're like, once you canceled your contract with us and transferred your number to Verizon, that cancels that whole phone out. So now, if you come back to us, you're gonna have to pay off that phone, as well as now we're gonna start you on a new lease for that same phone. And I was like, what? And so I told him, I was like, I'm not paying that. I'm not paying this phone off. I just spent $502 in one night, which I don't have that money. I just wanted to get it over with and I just like, fucking, here you go. And they were just like, in the end, it all just came down to like, these are your options. There's nothing you're going to do. Even if you stay with us, you're going to pay off this phone no matter what, because we can't start you on a new contract until this phone's paid off. And they want it. And because their billing service goes off of like a third party company, they can't do payment plans. So until I gave them $1,000 whatever for however much that phone cost, I would have no phone service, no nothing. And this phone, I can't. It's locked. I can't take it to Verizon and transfer nothing. I can't use it. So I have this phone that I'm just going to use to help us record because now I have fucking Verizon. Shout out iPhone 15. They hooked me up. You know, it's a little bit more, but I'm willing to pay it. They're not going to fuck me over like Spectrum. You know, but it's the new iPhone 15.
And this is a Verizon phone?
No, this is a Spectrum phone.
This is the second Spectrum phone.
Yeah.
So you've given Spectrum $1,500?
No, I didn't give him the $1,000 yet.
Oh.
I'm not paying that. I don't know if I should cut this out. I told Todd, I was like, that bitch could go to collections. I don't give a fuck. They're not getting that money. I was like, maybe later on in the future when we have that money where it's like, here's $1,000. Like, okay, I can pay it. Until then, they're not getting that fucking money.
Yeah.
Luckily, the card I have on file with them is not a good card. So, like, they can't charge it. So, like, and I still have my Wi-Fi with them, but I looked it up and like unless I authorize them, they can't take the money out. It's not like a negative balance on your debit card, and they, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't work that way. Until I authorize it, they can't go through anyway. So it doesn't really matter. So I'll still pay my Wi-Fi bill, but they said they're like, well, next week you will get an email or something saying that you need to pay back, you know, the money for this phone. Otherwise, it's just gonna go to collections or something. So I'm like, fucking do it, dude. I don't fucking care. Fuck Spectrum. They're not getting my money. Like, I'm just so, dude, I was so pissed. And I even told him, I was like, I don't mean to curse. I was like, but are you telling me that I've never been this way with someone over like the phone, like over like talking to someone, like customer service. I'm never that person. I feel so bad right away. So I've never talked shit to anyone. I've never gotten loud with anyone. Bro, I was heated with them. But I kept telling them too, I was like, look, I understand you're not the problem. I understand you didn't do this to me. It's just the company in general. But right now you're the one I'm talking to that can't help me. So my frustration is out on you. And I apologize. And I was like, I don't mean to curse, but are you telling me that I'm shit out of luck? Like, I just spent $502. I even told him, I was like, and also pull those pictures up. I don't know if you can, I'll send them to you, but pull the pictures up of that screen. You tell me if you would pay $500 for that. I was like, I know even if I cracked my screen into millions of pieces, I could go get a new screen for like maybe $100. Mm-hmm. You're fucking insane. And then you want to charge me for, and the thing that pissed me off was like, they just wouldn't work with me. I told them, I was like, I get this. I'm taking the L. You guys are going to take money from me. Can I just do it in payment plans? I'm not saying I'm not going to pay it. Just put me on a payment plan. Let me have my service. I'll pay you $100 extra on top of whatever my bill is. And let's just get this taken care of. In the meantime, let me have service so I can contact people when I'm away from Wi-Fi. And they were just like, sir, it just doesn't work that way. I'm like, how the fuck does it not work that way? Like, dude, I was getting heated. And in the end, they were just like, yeah, so these are not even your options. This is what's gonna happen. And I was like, all right, too easy. And the last thing I said before I left, I was like, so wait, I have my number, right? They're like, yes, you already transferred your number over to someone else. We don't have your number. I was like, all right, cool. Hung up on them. And then I had to go to Verizon, got on the line with my girl, and then I had to get a whole new phone. So, but it's worth it, dude. So in the end, telling you guys, and I apologize, I think we got Sebas to go over there. So, and honestly, let me tell you this. If as long as you don't have any issues with your phone in the beginning, then you'll be fine. If he got his phone, everything works with it, and the service is great too with Spectrum. It's just their customer service is shit, dude. It's so bad. And it pisses me off too because I'm watching Hulu and I see like their Spectrum ads. I'm like, oh, that's where my $502 went to this dumbass commercial that they got for this actress to play a fucking part in. Yeah. But yeah, guys, I apologize if you guys switched because of me, because I know a few people that have switched or thought about it. Don't do it. It's just not good. They had the audacity to send me an email to rate their performance. All zeros. In the comments, I put, fuck Spectrum. I legit put, I should have screenshot. I put like, fuck Spectrum. Worst decision I've ever made. I spent tons of money at Verizon. I'd spend all that money twice over again with Verizon just to not be with you guys. And I was like, and I don't know if they're going to call fucking the cops on me, but in the end, I was like, you know,
I put a fucking bomb in your building. No. I know that you're headquartered at, you say the address, just go full fucking American terrorist.
No, I just turned it on myself. I was like, you know what?
I have military training. I'll come down there and fucking like, whoa.
Like, whoa, give this guy's money back. Yeah. Psycho. Yeah. No, I was like, this week I've been having a shitty week. I thought about killing myself. And when this happened, I'm definitely doing it now. And I said, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Oh, dude, I was fucking livid because in my head I'm like, they're just robbing me of money.
Hey, that's kind of more fucked up than just being like making a threat.
No, it's
being like, I'm going to kill you. Be like, I'm going to kill myself and it's your fault.
yeah, exactly. Fuck those fuckers.
All you had to do.
Dude, when I was on the phone with them, that was going through my brain. Before I hung up, I wanted to be like, you know what? I wasn't going to kill myself today, and now I am thanks to you guys. And I just wanted them to feel guilty. Yeah. They're going to be like, damn, is that
It's like a sad teenager.
Yeah, just like feel sorry for me. Like, dude, because I called them on their bluff, and they called back. You know what I'm saying? They were just like, that's cool, man. If you don't want to pay it, like,
it's what it is.
It was, dude. And that's the crazy thing I was trying to get in my head was like, when these scenarios happen, normally I don't get too crazy because I'm like, in the end, it's going to work itself out. They're going to be like, you know what? All right, man, we normally can't do this, but we'll do it for you. That's usually how it happens. This was the first time in a while that I've gotten like, no, man, like you're going to take this L and you're going to just be fine with it.
It's not like it used to be. Like when I was in like my early 20s, when I was a teenager, I remember I used to work in different call centers and stuff. So I kind of like knew.
Yeah.
You if you ask, if you say the right words, if you say, you know, look, I understand this is my bad. Is there any way that you can do like a one-time just courtesy waive this fee or do that or work with me? Payment plans for sure were
right.
They wanted you to ask for a payment plan because it was like, all right, let's get this paid, you know?
Yeah.
I've had issues the last year or two where it's like, oh, it's not like it used to be.
Why is
like the most recent thing when the Zyn pouches, I bought a can.
Oh yeah, you
have
don't
we talked about this here?
No, we talked about it, but not on the podcast.
So I bought a can and they were all open.
Just the powder was everywhere?
The powder was everywhere. All 15 pouches were the seams didn't seam. So like you would pick them up and they would be wide open pillows with like all that salt or powder or whatever spilling out of it.
Nicotine.
So I called the number and the lady was like, "Oh my God, that's terrible. You know, I'll definitely get you some coupons in the mail. Just send me pictures of everything, you know?" So I sent her the pictures. And like 2 weeks later, I get 2 coupons in the mail for $1 can. So
you pay $1 for it.
You pay $1 for the can, right?
Okay, that's pretty good.
So I paid $6.60 for the can that I couldn't use.
Yeah. And
then they wanted me to spend $2 more plus tax because you have to pay tax on that shit.
That is true.
And so it was going to work out to being like 3 cans for like $4 a piece or something. You know what I mean? 3 something a piece, which is like, all right, fuck it. It's like I got 3 half off cans for the inconvenience of buying one that I couldn't use.
Yeah.
The coupons come. I go to Circle K where I buy my Zyn and I'm like all excited. I was like, 2 cans of Zyn. And I put them down and the guy was like, all right. And he's like, yeah, I can't take these. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, let me get the manager. Dude, manager came out instantly. Like, she just looked at him and goes, no. I was like, what? They sent them to me because of it. I bought it from here. They said they don't send like free cans or whatever. They can't do that legally.
Yeah.
So they gave me these coupons and said I could just use them where I get my Zyn. She's like, yeah, no, I get that, but we're not going to take it. I was like, all right. So what? So what I do? She's like, you got to find somewhere that'll take them. I won't take them. Yeah. I was like, all right. So then I tried Walmart, and Walmart doesn't carry like the flavor I like. So I ended up getting like the Cool Mint or whatever they had. She was like, yeah, I could take these. And then she charged me, and I had bought a bunch of other stuff, so I wasn't like looking at what I paid for the Zyn until I got to the truck and I looked at my receipt. They gave me $1 off.
Oh, not $1.
Not $1 per can. They just took $1 off each can. And I was like, all right.
Because that's probably one of those pre-saved things in the computer that they can just add to a product. Like, all right, for the inconvenience, we'll take $1 off. Not the other way around. Yeah. We'll charge you for $1. Yeah. Damn, dude. Fuck Zins. Did you email them again? Would you email them or did you write them a letter? How did
initially I called.
Okay.
And then she said email the
Zen at Gmail.
pretty much.
Yeah.
And then I sent the pictures, and then I did respond to that email, that same address, and I said, hey, like, I got 2 coupons in the mail. Like, I thought for A, the inconvenience, and B, like, being complete, there was not a single pouch I could use from the can that I paid full price for.
Yeah.
You're just sending me 2 discount. I haven't sent another email and updated them and saying, like, I only got $1 off, because I kind of feel like I read their coupons a bunch. It was clear. It was like a $1 can.
Yeah.
So it's kind of on me now that I went and used it the wrong way. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know what I can say.
I think from the jump, though, the fact that they sent you a coupon, and I guess, so, like, just legally they can't send you a free can?
No.
But, okay, why can't they send you a fucking coupon for a free can?
For a free can.
Bro, like...
One free can.
Because...
Why couldn't you do that?
Even if they send you the $1 Zen can as a coupon... You still kind of lose in that situation, because you still spend
exactly
the $6 for the one that you couldn't use at all because all the pouches are open. Then you spend another $1 and some change, like 2 something probably, because the taxes. So in the end, you still spend more than what you got. Like how do they think this makes it better, dude? Should we?
And they're just
I wonder if I can like email like Spectrum like CEO or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know when like, I don't know if I only see it in movies. I don't know about real life, but like I see in movies where people would just go like, I'm going to write a letter to the CEO, and the company's like, oh, like, okay, no, like we'll do whatever you want. Like, no, don't do that. So I think like, oh, maybe that's a big deal, you know? Cause I know in my job, if we get a complaint, they take it as a big thing, because then the higher ups above us see that.
It affects them.
Yeah. And so like, I'm like, oh, now I'm starting to see like, oh, maybe that does affect, you know, like the company. So I want to fuck that company, dude. Spectrum ends in.
Yeah.
I mean, you still buy their stuff, so it kind of
I know,
tough.
but like for the last week that this has been a thing, I keep telling myself like, just get a different, switch brands or try another one.
And that's the bullshit.
I'm so used to these.
That's the bullshit about these companies, is they know they got us. They're like, he's not going anywhere. We could send him a Zen can of shit, and he's still gonna want a free can, and then he'll be fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just know us so fucking well.
I know.
Spectrum knows like, oh, you don't want our mobile service? You're still gonna use our Wi-Fi, bitch. Yeah. We're still gonna win in the end. Yeah. And those smug little
can't
fucks.
you switch that now? Can't you switch that to the fiber optic shit that they're putting all around town?
But it's not as easy. Like Spectrum is just like, hey, I just moved in here. Can you come set up? And they do. You know, that's what I'm saying is like they have their pros and cons, and like the big pro is like they're very convenient when it comes to the Wi-Fi, because that's their main bread and butter. You know what I'm saying? The Spectrum mobile thing, I'm realizing, is their thing they're trying out right now. Yeah. So it's not like a big like worry for them, because I even told them, like, I was like, I'm canceling my phone service. Oh, and by the way, like, I'm canceling my Wi-Fi. I did this all like without even having a backup plan for my next Wi-Fi. I was just like, I'm canceling Wi-Fi. I don't want nothing to do with you guys. They sent me to this lady, and this lady was so sweet. She actually hooked me up, so shout out to her. I even told her thank you and everything, but she was like, you know, she pretty much was like, there's nothing I can do without the phone. She's like, sir, like, you don't leave your Wi-Fi. She's like, you're gonna have to go through the stress now of looking for a new Wi-Fi, you know, provider. And in my head, I'm like, fuck, she's right. I don't know anyone right now, you know what I'm saying, other than Spectrum. And like that fiber optic shit, I didn't know about at the time or whatever. But like, she was like pointing out things, and I was like, all right, you're right. And then she was like, you know what? She's like, till the end of the year, I'll give you $20 off your bill. So now it's like, you know, cheaper, which is good. And she was like, and then after that year, it's already in your notes. She's like, I'm writing it down right now. She's like, after that year, because I can't put it locked in forever. She was like, after that year, just call back and we'll renew it for another year. So you always have like a discounted price. And I was like, okay, thank you. And she was really sweet though, because she was just like, I totally understand. She's like, I don't know. She's like, I wish if there was a button I could press. And I'm like, all right, you know, but she was just really sweet about it. Everyone else was just like, that's the fucking answer. Like, one guy even told me, like, I know that's not the answer you're looking for, but that's the answer we're looking at right now. I was like, what the fuck? So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was just like, oh, I'm taking an L, like a big one. I'm wasting money. Like, I'm probably going to go lower in my credit score because I'm going to get put in, like, dude.
But sometimes you just got to take it and move on, man.
Dude, that's what I've learned in these past 2 weeks. Other than, you know, being sick, like, I think, like I said, I hadn't been sick in a long time. So I think this was just a new refresher in my life. Maybe God sent it to me. Maybe the universe sent it to me. But it was just a reset in my life where it was just like, dude, look at your life. Everything's good. This is what can really happen. You can be sick. You can have to owe money on a phone. There's so much more it could get worse. So at the level you're at before all this happened, chill out, man. Look back and enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Like really, you know, and it really put into perspective for me. So I'm very grateful for a lot more things now. And I don't want to sound like a bitch. Like, no, I didn't go through like no death or anything. This is just my struggle. All right, guys, fuck you.
Mein Kampf.
Mein Kampf. Now it makes sense. I get it now.
There's a comedian, Dina Hashem, whatever her name is. She's got a joke about that, and it's fucking good. About how she, you know, like my struggle, Mein Kampf, like that whole thing, that whole bit. It's good.
That's a good one. What, Mein Kampf is my struggle, right? In German or something? Okay, just for everyone listening. Yeah. But yeah, guys. So hopefully that's the end of my Spectrum. Hajib bullshit. But yeah, guys, so fuck Spectrum, guys. Don't do it, please. And you know what's funny is everyone I tell, they're like, yeah, dude, they're like, they sell it so good. They do. So be careful. Yeah. They'll constantly send you emails. When you talk to them, they're like,
it's so free.
It's so
it couldn't get freer. Bro,
what's the catch?
you're gonna look. You're gonna hang up the phone right now without taking this free mobile line. You're an idiot. And it's like, all right, I'll take it.
Sir,
that's what's up. Give me $1,500. It's like, wait.
Yeah, dude. They were just like, sir, with all disrespect. With all due respect.
Yeah.
You're a fucking idiot if you don't take this offer.
Yeah.
A homeless retard would take this offer.
Yeah. And they do. They do.
And even they regret it.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, don't go with Spectrum. Stick with what you got. Stick with what you know. And I'm going to say this. Yes, when I switched to Verizon, my bill did go a little higher, but I'm willing to pay it because I know if I break my phone, I pay what, $100, and I could break it anyway. I could drop it in the water. I could break the back. I could break the screen. It could blow up. It's $100. They give me a new phone or a refurbished phone, whatever. No hassle, no issues, no fucking. Well, you got to pay this first. No, bro. Like, I'm sorry, but this is one of those things where you pay for what you get. Is that the title of the episode?
Yep.
You pay for what you get, guys.
And I know I've already mentioned my daddy, but he used to say all the time, he used to be like, I don't make enough money to buy cheap shit.
Damn. That's some real shit right there.
Yeah.
That's a queef quote of the day.
Yeah.
Say that again?
I don't make enough money to buy cheap shit.
Bro.
And like when I got into brewing and stuff, a lot of people in like home brewing, they would use the term buy once, cry once. It's like just buy the right thing. You're like, oh my God, I'm paying for this, for that, for this. You're doing it for a reason.
Yeah.
You know? So just fucking deal with it the first time. But, you know, it's life. So you forget, you don't know if you don't experience it. And then you go off and you go like, fuck it, I am going to save money. And it's like, nah, it's going to cost you money in the long run.
Yeah, dude, that's so true. Yeah, man. My dad's always told me that too. I don't know, man. And you know what? Like, and it's so, like, I felt embarrassed because in my head, I'm like, damn, dude, I went so hard for Spectrum where I was like, no, come on, man. They can't be that bad. You know what I'm saying? And I even told my girl, I was like, when I went into this, I knew there could be some things that could have happened. I did not expect this. If anything, I expected, maybe the service isn't as great as I thought it was going to be. That was the most like, I shouldn't have fucking done this type thing that would have happened to me. Not that, you're going to get a phone. And that's the thing. It all started from them sending me their phone that they sent me overheated. Yeah. I would have never have sent the phone back had that not have happened. I had the phone 4 or 5 days. Like, dude, it was just, that's why I said from the beginning, not to sound like all conspiracy, but I felt like it was all on purpose. Like they sent me a phone that they were like, he's going to have to send this back because it's going to overheat. And when he sends it back, we're going to be like, it has a few scratches. So now we're going to have to charge you. And he's not going to want to pay that, but he's going to pay it. Yeah. And then once he pays it, he's going to realize that the phone that we sent him already, you canceled with us. You said you didn't want to be with us. So now if you want to come back with us, you got to pay off that phone. Yeah. And then you're going to keep that phone and you're going to go back to your payment plan of what it used to be. Yeah.
They fucking Epsteined you.
Dude, they Epsteined me. I get it now.
You could try to get rid of us, but we do have this video.
All right, I'll stay with you guys another week. All right. So I get you girls. My bad, dude. I get how you fall for it, dude. But yeah, guys, hopefully that's the end of that story. Yeah. So now we'll get into the next topic. I recently went to we took Oliver. Oh, sorry. Yes,
I was just going to say, can you start this topic while I pee and get more beers?
Perfect. Yeah, thank you. So recently, guys, we took my baby. We took Oliver. 9-month-old to his first Padres game. Obviously, it was a classic Dodgers versus Padres. It was a great game. I'll tell you this. I've realized that when you have a kid, I don't know about any age, but at my age, at 30, me having a younger, an infant, you'll say, a lot of people treat you differently. Like they treat you with respect. They're very nice. Like, I mean, not that San Diego is a bad place, and not that I've ever been like treated wrong, but like when you're in like the big city areas, and like if it's just you and your girl, like you'll get some shit. People will just fuck with you because they're just pieces of shit people. But I feel like when it's like a couple and they have like a little kid, they kind of see the kid and they're like, oh man, like I'm not gonna fuck with them. They have a kid, We kind of got that treatment. So we went to the game. Everyone was super nice. It was cool. Like we were trying to find parking, and the minute that the windows would be down, and like the guy that waves everyone in to like to pay for your parking and tells you where to park, he saw that we had a kid, and he was like, oh man, he's like, you know what, I know you guys got like a stroller and everything, like it's gonna be a lot. He's like, here, look, go around this way. And you know what, side note, I want to say this. I think it's funny because they at nothing on the Padres, but I think it's just like a theme park and like a baseball field, like just like public places in general. They like to put handicapped people and people with like kids in like the same category. So like, for instance, like we were going through the line to like check in our bags and check in scan our tickets, and we're in line in like this normal line where everyone else is, and then they tell us like, oh, if you're handicapped or if you have a baby like with a stroller, please go to this side. So it was kind of crazy. There's probably like a joke or a bit in that somewhere, I don't know. Emil will help me find it. But yeah, you get treated a lot nicer, and like people are more prone to like get out of your way. They kind of they even kind of treat you like a handicapped person. Like when you see someone like like in a wheelchair or like on crutches, everyone they split the Red Sea for you. They kind of do that with like when you have a baby in a stroller. Like they're very like, oh hey, watch out! You see them like grab their friends, like hey, move, man! Like this, these people, this beautiful family with their cute kid, they're trying to get through, and they tend to move out the way for you a lot nicer. So real quick, now that you're back, I was talking about how now that I have a kid, people in the city, especially like San Diego, where not that I've been treated wrong in San Diego, but like when you're in a big city, usually there's like douchebags. There's people that just don't give a fuck. Mm-hmm. But I've noticed now that I have a kid, I get treated with respect. Yeah. Not respect, but just people are more like, oh man, like, oh, let him go. He's got a kid, like they're really nice to me.
Isn't it the best?
It's like a cheat code, dude.
Yeah.
It's like so dope, especially like me loving baseball games, and like, I as I get older, I get this like anxiety of being in big crowds. Dude, with the baby, bro, they split the sea for me. They're fucking like, oh, watch out, like he's coming through. And I don't even feel bad because they're not doing it like move, like watch out. Like it's not like, like when you see like an overweight person come through the aisle and everyone has to be like, ugh, but if you see someone coming through with a baby, they're like, hey, fucking move, dog,
Yeah.
Like I was getting a lot of that, and it was like really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's where I was gonna catch you up now. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
but yeah, dude, so and a funny quick story. I think it's safe to say that my kid is homophobic.
Oh, mine too.
Yeah. Okay, you can
I think it's a little boy thing.
Right?
Yeah.
So okay, you can tell your story, but I gotta tell you this real quick.
No.
So dude, so my kid's 9 months old, right? Still like a baby. He's sitting up, he's making faces, he's understanding people, he's realizing when he's comfortable and when he's not. So we get into this elevator from the parking garage, we're heading up to the game. And we get into this elevator, and there's this other couple, Mexican couple, and they're like making faces at him, and he's like laughing and stuff. Even this big black dude comes in, like 6-something, like 300-something pounds, big dude, Mm-hmm. Even he was like, oh man, that's a cute baby. Like he was like, normally instead of being all hard, like what up, like he was just like, oh man, that's a cute baby, that kid's cool. And Oliver was like, he was like talking, and he was like like making noise with them. Everything was cool. Yeah. We go to the second floor, the doors open, big old buff redhead fucking with freckles, white dude, gay, clearly gay. He must have just left the gym, like no sleeves and stuff, like he had no sleeves on, and he's all buff, and like doors open. He looks like just like a buff man. Doors open, he sees my baby, he's like, oh my God, that's such a cute baby. And then he got down like onto his knees to like, oh no. Bro, Oliver started fucking crying, like, get this guy away from me. Like, like he just sensed the like, this guy's not right. Like, why is he acting like this with me or something? And he just fucking lost it.
I like how it could have been other things, but you go like, no, yeah, he just hates gay people. It could have been that he had red hair. It Could have been that he was too much all at once.
Well, the funny thing too is when he was in there and Oliver's crying and he's trying to like, oh no, I'm your friend, like try to be cool with him. I was like, oh man, it's probably because like your muscles are big, like just make everyone laugh. But no, also I think it was just the very like, oh my god, you know what I'm saying? Like just very like,
it's a lot.
Yeah, because all the other ones were like, oh man, he's a cute kid. Like what's his name? Oliver. Oh hey, what's up, buddy?
Yeah.
And he was just very like, wait, what's up? But this one,
Yeah.
But that's what I was like.
And he has a mullet.
He don't like gays. And he looks all baseball now and shit. He's fucking what's his name? That baseball that show. I can't think of it. Never mind.
Kenny Powers.
Kenny Powers, dude.
Eastbound and Down.
Eastbound and Down. Yeah, he's like, hey, what? What in the hell is that?
Yeah. Such a good show.
But no, just to be fair though, my kid's definitely likes girls more just because any guy that just kind of comes off a little too crazy, he just goes really like into like, oh fuck. But any girl that does it, because it's a female, maybe they have like a softer side to them. Even if they go like all like, oh my god, he doesn't flip. Right, so it's he's more comfortable with girls.
That makes sense.
So back off, dude.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Why is your kid homophobic?
My kid's not. My kid's not as much homophobic as he is just like chauvinist. Like very like.
What's that mean? Sorry.
Like
I've heard the word.
Like men are better than women.
Chauvinist. Oh, like a chauvinist pig.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what that. Okay.
Yeah. So he's very like he's in kindergarten right now. So like they're doing like spirit days for the rest of the year. You know, for the last couple weeks of school or whatever.
Is that where you have to dress up like every day or something? Or
it's
they don't do that. Or?
Some of it is dress up. Other things because they're doing every day. They have to like figure out what to do. You know, so it's like some more like off the beaten path type of days.
Okay.
So they had a King's Day where it was like all the boys were like, you know, they wore their little king's crowns and they were like, they got to line up for lunch first and they got,
all the guys,
you know, the boys. Yeah.
This is cool.
And
I like this
because they did it like through the alphabet. It was like A, B, C, or, you know what I mean? So it was like for the last, whatever, how many letters are there in the alphabeet? 26,
25,
25, 24, 26? 27, 28. Do we not know how many letters are in the alphabet anymore? I haven't answered that question in so long. 20.
But I know the alphabet, but I never really cared for the number.
Should we count it real quick?
Okay, wait. Let's do it real quick.
Okay.
A, B, C. Wait, you count and I'll. I don't have enough fingers. That's way more than 25. That's way more than 25, right?
Maybe humming it's not the way to do it.
Wait, so hold on. Fuck, how can we figure this out? I guess I'll just Google it, huh? All right, let me just Google it. But you know what? So, wait, do you know how many... Okay, do you know how many states are... Wait, how many states are in the country? In the U.S.? How many... Is it 52?
50... It's 50... If you count the territories, 52?
Hold on. How many alphabets?
Oh, this fucking...
How many alphabets are there?
Arizona education.
26.
26.
26. I was close. I think I said 25. You said...
I think I said 26.
I think you said 26. Okay, yeah. How many states are there? How many states are in the U.S.? 50. Fuck! Of course it's 50.
It is 50.
Why did I say 52?
Because I think... if
Puerto Rico and Hawaii?
Yeah.
What are they called? Oh, no, Hawaii is part of one.
Hawaii is a state. It's Puerto Rico and...
It's a domain? No, what's the word?
Is it Virgin Island? No.
No.
Territory.
Territory. Yeah, it's a territory.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it's Puerto Rico and what? Now Google U.S. territories.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, they have a different letter every day. So when they did King's Day, he was all about it. And then once they got to Q for Queen's Day, he was like, I don't want to go to school today. It's going to be the worst day ever. The girls are going to be in charge. I don't want to go. And it's like, no, they're not in charge. You were never in charge. You just got a little paper hat and you got to line up for your fucking free lunch before everyone else.
Your kid was like, oh great, now we got to act like they're in charge. Yeah, exactly. Oh, like they could do like.
That's exactly what he was doing. He was like, okay. No, it doesn't make sense.
He's not homophobic. No,
he's not homophobic. He's just like
he's a chauvinist pig.
Yeah, way too much of a dude. And it's like, bro, go to school, be nice, give them their day.
Was it female kings or queens?
Queens.
Queens? Okay.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah. The boys were kings, girls were queens.
So wait, when the guys were kings, the girls just dressed normal?
Yeah, he didn't even dress different. It like literally they made little paper crowns
Oh.
for that day. And it was just like whatever they did, the boys lined up first.
Bro, I imagine just like how what grade are your kids in? Or that him?
Kinder.
Kinder. Okay, I just imagine kindergarten kids like walking around with like crowns and like the robe around their neck and just like kiss the ring just for the day, just to play fun.
Yeah.
But they're just walking around with little paper crowns like, today you're
Slapping
the king.
the girl on King's Day.
Dance for me, Jester.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's really cool though. It's you know what? We're obviously, as Oliver's going to get older, we're going to start getting into our taste of schools and stuff and like the way they run shit. But I'm like very fascinated to figure out how it's going to be. Cause like with everything going on, like that doesn't seem like something that would be like, not that I have any issue with it, but with like all the shit going on in the world and it's like, oh, my kids shouldn't learn about this. Like that's crazy to think that they would have like a day where it's like, today it's all about the guys.
Yeah.
But I guess the next day is like all about girls, so I guess it pays off. But it's just weird that they would like highlight it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're trying to separate the, guys are this way and girls are this way, or like, or I don't know, equal pay and stuff. Like I don't know. It's just a weird thing to hear that they still do in school, which I'm very excited. Like that's cool that they still do that. Because like I said, like times have changed. Like I said, we had Slave Day, and I looked back. I did some research. I won't call it the teacher because he's still a teacher there. But I hit him up and he was like, yeah, it was called Slave Day. They changed it now. But yeah. And he was like, he's like, at the time, it's just like everything else. At the time, it was just like, there's no one else is making big deal about it. So it's not an issue. Yeah. He's like, now that people are just pick pointing out things like, no, that's not right. That's not right. He's like, now it does seem kind of fucked up. So I was like, all right. But, oh, real quick side note, if you guys don't know, when I was in high school, we had Slave Day, which meant like the seniors could auction off themselves and the underclassmen could buy them necessarily. They could buy them, and then that money would go towards the senior class, like in their fucking senior trip and everything before graduation. So, and for a day, like an underclassman could have this senior and walk around and fucking do whatever he wants with them, and he could carry his bags from and stuff. Just a little recap. But yeah. Kids not homophobic. Our kid's homophobic, so.
Kids homophobic. First baseball game, who'd they play?
Dodgers.
Who won?
Great game. Padres. It was dope, dude. It was cool because like Friday I was watching the game. It was a Sunday game, so there was a 3-game series, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday, Padres won. We watched it. And I was like, as long as they win this first game, we're good. Because even if Saturday, which they did, they lost, the Dodgers won. So even if the Dodgers win or the Padres lose, the third game is still going to be good for us being at home because it's going to be exciting. It's if we win, then we fucking win the series. If we lose, then the Dodgers. And it was obviously a good, probably like 70-30, 7, 8, 9, 10, 70-30 with Dodger fans being the most because it always is that way. It's so sad to say, but Chargers get it too. It's just
in San Diego. It was more LA fans.
It always is, dude. If you go to a Dodgers Padres game in San Diego, it's gonna be more Dodger fans than Padre fans. If you go to now not San Diego, but I guess if you go to like a LA Chargers game and a Raiders game, there's gonna be way more Raiders fans. There's gonna be more
LA. Yeah.
It's just because we're the Chargers as well as the Padres. As a fan, I've always felt like we're the team that like we're not bad, but we're good enough to where like the Yankees will come and play us. And so Yankee fans in Southern California that it can't go to the Yankee Stadium to watch, Derek Jeter or whoever at the time, they just have to wait till they come in. And once they play in San Diego, then boom, they're like, we have so many Yankee fans, so many, you know what I'm saying? In like over here on our side. So we're just kind of like the team that like we bring the stars and that's when the games fill up. And it's always like that. But, we have our own stars now, too. We have Machado. We have Tatis Jr., so, you know what I'm saying? But when you're going up against the Dodgers, Shohei Ohtani, fucking homeboy, can't remember his name right now. But, yeah. Mookie Betts. Yes, thank you. So, like, and especially now with, like, all our all-star lineup as well as theirs, and like Hollywood, like they're celebrities now, how big they are. Those are big games that like people always fucking sell out for. Oh, and by the way, have you been to Petco Stadium? You haven't? Dude, we should go to a game. There's these seats. They've always kind of been there, but now they remodeled the area. It's called Gallagher Square. It's in center field right outside the stadium. So it's like you go through one checkpoint, like a security checkpoint, and they scan your tickets. And then that's like the Gallagher Square. And it's pretty much just like a big play area for the kids and stuff. You pay like $50, $52. It's probably cheaper on like different games, but because it was like a Dodger Padre game, it was like pretty sold out. So they went a little bit higher, but I'm sure you get it for like $25 on a regular game. Like on a no-name game. And dude, it's dope. Like it's just a big area. It's like first come, first serve. You go, it's like a grass area. There's like, you can just lay out like a blanket. There's a big screen where you can watch the game, but also like if you get high enough on the hill, you can see into the stadium. Oh. It's dope, dude. So I highly recommend if you guys want to go to a baseball game, and yeah, they can get pricey, but dude, get that section. It's really dope.
And you still have access to all the beers, all the food.
If anything, so that is part of the stadium still. It's just not in the stadium where the seatings is.
Got it.
So it's just like you can have your seating area, and then you go around, and there's like, if anything, there's more drinking areas and restaurants and little places, because it's more of like an area where like maybe you're not a baseball fan, but you want to be in the environment. That's where you would go, because right above the grass area, there's a little bar with like a nice little balcony you can watch. Like, dude, it's dope.
It's like City Walk outside of Universal, or like downtown Disney.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, you still get to enjoy it without having to pay the big money to actually be in there.
Yeah, but it's still a thing to go there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you definitely have to check it out. Yeah. But yeah, that's where we were, and it was dope. You can take the stroller in there, and everyone's cool. Like once again, going back to everyone, like everyone's so nice. Like obviously we made him a little cardboard sign that said like my first baseball game. We were holding it up just to like take pictures with, and people were coming up like, hey, what's up, buddy? Like welcome. You know, one guy was like, I guess like one of those like Padres like super fans. So like a thing he does, he had like a Ziploc bag with like this like Padres little necklace he made, and he gave it to him. He's like, oh, I heard it was your first game. Aww. It was cool, dude. Like I don't know, man, everyone's so like
fucking racist homophobic kid with his mullet is just like, cool, thanks.
He's fucking here, faggot.
Fuck you. What are you wearing, a costume?
My kid looked at me like I thought it was America.
Your kid's smoking a Winston. Get the fuck out of here. Mom, titty now.
Leave the toys.
Leave the toys. Yeah. Leave that bracelet. I'm going to swallow a piece of it later. Get out of here.
Yeah, guys. So fucking go Padres. You guys hear about this New York to Dublin portal?
A little bit.
All right. So a little recap. I guess they put it's a 24/7 like FaceTime. It's like this. They made this big round thing that looks like a big screen, and there's a camera, and they had put one in New York, and they put one in Dublin, Ireland. And of course, people were just like, they said when it started out, it was simple, like people sending signs like, we love you from New York, and like there was even like a marriage proposal from like New York to Dublin. It was cool. And then of course, people got raunchy. Actually, I have a video I can show you. It's actually really funny. But of course, people got raunchy like it would, and started, doing some inappropriate things.
The digital portal between New York and Dublin has just been shut down, and you will never believe why. Since a year ago, a digital
9/11
portal in New York and Dublin let people see each other live. It was basically a 24/7 FaceTime call. It started with cute stuff like reunions, dancing, and charades. But things went downhill fast. Just hours after it opened, a drunk woman in Dublin rubbed her butt against the screen for 20 minutes, and one woman even showed her b****s. The New York Post called it the portal of hell, after someone in Dublin threw eggs at the screen. Others were caught playing adult films, and some even displaying 911 footage. The project, called Portals, and created by artist Benedictus Gailis, was supposed to connect people around the world. But after all this chaos, Dublin's city council shut it down 2 days ago. This temporary shutdown will allow the artist and his team to find technical solutions to prevent further misbehavior. Despite the mess, most interactions were actually positive, including a successful marriage proposal. What are your thoughts on this? Do you believe it's time to reactivate the portals?
Jesus.
Dude, okay. When I first heard about this, because I heard about it, I think the first time I heard about it was when they were putting, so like, I'll put the video up, but for audio listeners, they were people would put on their phone over the camera, they put like the fucking 9/11, like the towers burning from Dublin to New York. So like, when I saw that, I was like, that's what I assumed was going to happen as soon as they open this thing up. Like, dude, one, it's New York. The place where Steve Buscemi just got punched in the face on the street. You know?
He did?
You didn't hear about that?
Oh, no.
Oh, dude, it's not in our notes, but we can bring it up. Yeah. But yeah, Steve Buscemi got randomly punched by some black guy on the street. I want to say it was in New York.
And you want to say he was a black guy?
No, it was a black guy. Dude, I'm not racist, all right? Why was he black? Because he is black.
Just because my son's racist doesn't mean I am.
Yeah, that's from his mom's side. Dad's dick, mom's racism.
Yep.
But no, yeah. So when I saw this, I was like, the minute that camera becomes like accessible, wouldn't the first thing someone does is show their ass cheeks or show their titties? Like, it's what you expect was gonna happen.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand if you like. It's you put in like two of the most like Dublin, Ireland, where people just get drunk. Conor McGregor, like these crazy people, and then New York, where they're just like off the hinges, like wild people. You know what I'm saying? Like what? Like it's crazy that they didn't think this was something that would be. I mean, I'm sure it was a possibility, but it's just weird. Like you put a camera out, people are just gonna do whatever they want.
It's such a silly thing to do too, because like they said, it's just a 24/7 FaceTime call. So like anything, why would you just have something plugged in constantly? It's like, if I have something I want to say to someone, I have their number. I'll call them. I'll FaceTime them. But to do this like constant city to city feed, there's no world where that doesn't lead to what happened.
Yeah, like even if the first two are like, yeah, maybe it's like, oh, what's up from New York? By the third time, you're going to see a dick or something. You know what I'm saying? Like some random... Dude, if you just walk
even
around...
if they were an hour a day.
Oh, yeah.
By the end of the month, someone's pulling their dick out.
Oh, that'd be even
pulling
worse.
Their tits out. Yeah.
That'd be worse. If there was a time limit, people would be like, I only got an hour? Fuck. It'd be all dicks in that 1 hour. Or all
Second
titties.
day?
It'd just be everything. Because they're like, I only got
Day
this
one.
1 hour. Yeah. Day one
at 55 minutes. It's like, I got to pull my dick out. I'm not going to have a chance to do this again until tomorrow.
They might close this off after this.
I got to pull my dick out.
Dude, like, but what was I going to say? Fuck. Damn, I forgot what I was going to say. But yeah, dude, I just don't know. The funny thing is, did you hear that they said, like, the artist, whoever, like, behind this idea, his idea was that it would be a nice opportunity to bring two different sides of the world together at a moment's notice. At any moment, you could just share a beautiful thing, stay happy or stay whatever. And like I said, for the most part, it was happy things. There was a marriage proposal and stuff. But of course, there's going to be some fuckheads, that are going to just do some bullshit. But I think it's funny that in this guy's mindset, he's like, it's going to be a good thing, and then like third day in, just titties and ass and people playing porn videos over the, for like an hour and shit. He's like, maybe we, miscalculated this.
Yeah.
And you know what? They said if they should bring it back, I think they should. I don't know why they just don't do like a minute delay or something. Because we have AI now, right?
Oh, just have someone editing it?
Not edit, but just like we have AI. There's like a system that can censor something. So even if they send something through or while it's live, there's like a minute delay where the computer can process like, nope, that's not right. Those are titties. We're just going to either blur it out or we're going to cut it. It gives you that minute to do that.
That's smart. That's probably what they're going to end up doing.
If they don't, then they're fucking dumb.
That makes sense, because when they said that the creator is looking for a technical solution to open it back up, I was like, what possible solution could there be? That's it.
I think about that because I think of like news, radio. That's how they get rid of if there's an accidental curse word, they have I think like a 30-second or 15-second delay to where the editor can be like, oh, we got to hurry up and cut that out before it gets aired for sure. Yeah. So that's why I assume that the only thing they could do with this to keep it going. But
makes sense.
It is it's cool just to like the idea is cool.
I say happy's the last thing.
What's that?
I think we jump to happy.
We'll do it last. What are we talking about? Oh, that was the next article, but it's not in the notes.
Oh, got it.
The notes are different.
Got it.
Diddy's in some hot water again. Did you see the video?
Yeah, he wasn't out of hot water.
Oh, I guess you're right, huh?
Yeah.
He's deeper, I guess, in hot water.
Yeah, that hot water is getting higher.
But yeah, so there's been here we go. P. Diddy gut-wrenching video appears to show Sean Combs assaulting singer Cassie in 2016.
You watched it? It's fucked up.
It is. We don't gotta watch it, right? You want to watch it?
I watched it today.
Yeah, we can check it out. But yeah, so there's video of Puff Daddy beating on Cassie, which is, it's so, not that because...
They're in a hotel where I assume he's rented out the floor.
Is that how that works?
I don't know.
That's what rappers do? They just
I would imagine.
Actually, it's not even working.
If he's that comfortable. So basically the footage is she's like in a hoodie with her hood on trying to get on the elevator.
She has like her purse and her stuff, like the things she could
She's
grab.
trying to get the fuck out of there. And then it cuts to a different camera where he's running down the hall in his towel. And then it cuts back to the video at the elevator. He grabs her by the hair or sweater or whatever, and he throws her down, and then he like kicks her a bunch. And it's super fucked up. And if it's from 2016 and this footage only came out after they raided his house, and like the story that I've heard is he paid the hotel $50,000 to get the video and then just kept it. So it's like, hey, why do you fucking just keep that shit?
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's one version I've heard. I don't know if it's true.
Well, that would make sense. That's, yeah, you got to hide the tracks and stuff.
Because if it's from 8 years ago, like, why wouldn't it have been given to police or made public until now if he didn't just have it, you know?
Yeah. But I mean, well, this is just what happens. Like when, obviously the whole Diddy thing that happened like a couple weeks ago with like all the freak sex parties and all that shit and all the allegations and stuff, we're just going to see more of this. It's just going to be, you know, because I think now, yeah, like he probably did pay the hotel to like, hey, give me this footage. You know, someone fucking probably saved it. Now that all these allegations are coming out, they're like, what do I have to lose? This is even more money worth, you know, this money's even more. Just, it shows like more how much of P. Diddy is like, yeah, there's no fucking way he didn't do all the shit that they're saying he's doing with video like this. Like, bro, he like beat the shit out of her, like in a way, you know what I'm saying? He Chris Browned her.
He did.
Yeah, dude.
He threw her down and kicked her a bunch. And at one point he was like sitting on a tape, like at the table in the lobby or by the elevators or whatever. And he like threw a thing of flowers at her, like a vase.
God damn.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if you guys
that's what I was getting at when I was saying like I assume he rented the floor, because if I was staying on that floor and you hear that you hear that shit in hotels, you know what I mean?
When you hear that, do you go out? What do you do?
Probably call the front desk.
Okay, yeah, me too.
Yeah.
If he's willing to do that to her,
I'd probably call the front desk.
if he's doing that to her, what's he gonna do to me?
Well, also, like, I don't know the context of what's happening. You know what I mean?
Maybe she did.
I don't want to victim blame here from the inside of my room, but
Cassie does look pretty strong.
just the fact that it's drama that I'm not involved in, I'm not gonna go out there and be like, "Hey, what the fuck,
dude?"
Which, you know, maybe you should if it's a woman being beaten by her partner. You should probably go out there and figure it out. But how do you know that that's what's happening? When you hear chaos, you just hear chaos. Dude. And you just go into fight or flight and go like, oh, okay, I should tell someone that something's happening. And
dude, that's so real. That's so funny because not funny, but it's crazy. The other day I was watching a video and it was like this guy beating up this girl, and in all the comments they were like, that guy's a piece of shit. You know, like he's fucking, like, how dare you hit a girl? And like he was like fucking beating her. But then you read, there was like an article and you click on it, the girl was gonna shoot him. She had like a gun. Not that I'm saying like he did go a little like over the top, you know what I'm saying? Like I think at one point she didn't even have a gun or nothing. He was just beating the shit out of her. But when you see that,
she started with a gun.
Yeah, like pointing at him, he like got it out of her and like beat her or whatever. But like when you see that, you're kind of just like, damn, like that makes you second guess everything, and it's kind of fucked up because you want to, like, if you see a grown ass man beating on a woman, you know, like I don't stand for that, but at the same time, like, not to sound like a piece of shit, but you don't know how this started. Unless you were there and they're just having a conversation and he smacks her, then you're like, okay, like that's not right. You know what I'm saying? But like, if you just like come outside and there's like a couple arguing or fighting, like who are you to assume that the girl is the one in the wrong? You know what I'm saying? For all, like, you know, like it's fucked up to say. I know, I totally get it, but what? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. I'm. You know Joe Mixon, the running back for the Bengals?
No. Oh. Mixon as a running back? Mm-hmm. Who am I thinking of that's a quarterback?
I don't know if he still plays for the Bengals.
Okay, but no,
they drafted him. But Joe Mixon, he was a running back at, I want to say, like Oklahoma. Mm-hmm. And when he was about to get drafted, this video came out of him like after hours at a bar like downtown.
Him?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
See if you find the video of him punching the girl.
Oh, explain it.
So basically, it was like one of those like college town pizza places after the bars, and they were in there, and she was like in his face, like screaming at him, and he kept telling her like, "Get the fuck out of my face, get the fuck out of my face," and then he eventually fucking decks her because she touches him, and the video came out of him decking her, just the part of him decking her. And I'm not saying her getting in his face and even touching him justified him like laying into her like that.
No, yeah.
But it was one of those first things, like one of the first instances I had where I was like, oh, now that I see the whole thing, it is different. I'm not saying he should have done it at all.
Yeah.
He should have had enough self-control not to fucking hit her the way he hit her. Mm-hmm. But once you see it all in sequence, you go like, I see. They're both drunk.
It's one of those.
They're both drunk college students.
Yeah.
She wouldn't stop and then fucking hit him, and then he is an athlete and just knocks her out.
Yeah, I heard they got faster twitch muscles too. So
play it.
Oh, you bitch. Sorry.
There's no way around it, but we're showing it to you because it's been released by the attorneys for a college football star. It shows him hitting a woman in an Oklahoma restaurant. This was 2 years ago, and now it's finally being released to the public.
Yeah, Andy Schultz has more in the Bleacher Report because a lot of people are wondering why now.
Yeah, this incident happened in 2014, and Oklahoma's running back Joe Mixon, he's one of the top prospects in all of college football at that time, and attorneys for Mixon finally released the surveillance video yesterday afternoon, but that was only after the Oklahoma Association of Broadcasters sued for its access. Now, earlier this month, the Oklahoma Supreme Court ruled that the city of Norman should, in fact, release it, and again, we want to warn you, this video is graphic and might be disturbing to some. Now, this took place at a restaurant in Norman, Oklahoma. The tape shows a woman shoving and slapping Mixon, then Mixon lunges at her and punches her in the head. The woman, Amelia Molitor, suffered several broken bones in her face. Mixon is charged with a misdemeanor, placed on probation for a year, ordered to serve 100 hours of community service and undergo counseling. Now, he was suspended for the 2014 season by the Oklahoma Sooners, but he took a red shirt, which means he technically lost 0 games of eligibility. Now, Mixon's
so, like, you saw what they showed, where she pushes him, slaps him, and then he fucking decks her.
He even does like a bitch, and then he's like, man, fuck it.
Yeah,
like,
between the shove, he like...
Because he wants to there, and he was like, no, this ain't right.
And then when she hits him in the chin...
Do you think when that... Because I've never hit a woman, and I never will. I don't know, maybe I'm in the wrong position, or whenever I get put in that position, whatever. But... do you think in that moment when she smacked him, do you think in his mind he's like, oh, I'm pretty sure this is on camera. She hit me first. I can hit back now.
Yeah.
Like, even though it's going to look bad, do you think, I don't know. I always wondered that when I see videos like that, because sometimes I see videos where the girl could be smacking or like talking shit to him and like pushing him, and he's just like, bitch, like, get away. Yeah. And the minute she actually physically hits him, punches or slaps or whatever, or scratches, then he swings. And in my mind, I'm like, I wonder if he did that just knowing like, well, she swung on me first, and if y'all want to be like, equal rights, equal fights, you know what I'm saying? Like, then she should be in the wrong because she hit me first. So now I'm defending myself. So I wonder, but sorry.
In this case, I think that's what happened. That's why I'm saying, like, when I saw the full thing, and you see like how much she was like fucking with them leading up to that they played. It makes it different. You know what I mean? Like, you go like, oh, like she just wouldn't stop. And then she put her hands on him first. Two times before he put his hands on her once.
Yeah, see?
But like this shit came out right before the draft. So he was supposed to be like a first round pick, and it like it tanked him, But I think enough people probably saw the whole video over time and were like, all right, he wasn't right.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's different than what immediately gets put out in the news.
Damn, yeah.
But But
Yeah,
in the Diddy case, I don't think that's
No, that's not the case at all. That was a tree branch off of the conversation.
Exactly. I think for Diddy, it was just a little appetizer to the fucked up shit he was doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that's crazy. I didn't know about that. Fucking that football player. Damn, dude. Oh, so Happy Gilmore 2 is happening.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? Because I don't really.
Yeah. Great. I've given up on. Dude, I grew up on Adam Sandler. I have always been a fan, even the shitty ones. I feel like we've talked about this before. And it's just I'm gonna support everything he does. I got to that point like years ago where I was like, whatever, man. I'm not gonna go into any Adam Sandler project with preconceived like, oh, he's doing this now, he's doing that now. He's got so much volume and like quality over a long career that it's like I'm in.
And also not only that, but like he's like much more than a movie star. Like he just seems like the ultimate bro, like guy you want to hang out with. Mm-hmm. It's so dope that in his career he's kept all his friends close, and like everything he's been in, like every movie. It'd be like if every movie you made was with all your best friends from like, you know, kids you grew up with or just really great guys you've met, and you're just like, I want that person in my life all the time. And not only that, but he makes great movies with them. It's not like we're tired of it. We love each character that, you know, why can't I think of anyone right now? Fucking name the friends. David Spade,
his friends, Nick
Swartzen, David Spade,
Buscemi.
Steve Buscemi, yeah, all of them. Like, it's crazy that they can also play different parts. Rob Schneider, yes, yeah. But yeah, man, like, anyways, going back to it, Adam Sandler's like a dope guy, and he's always been in like the coolest situation and made tons of money with it. Yep. But yeah, going back to the Happy Gilmore 2, I want to be excited about it, but for me, I love the first one so much. I'm already brainwashed to the point where I know when I watch this second one, I'm going to have that, but it wasn't as good as the first one, which I need to let go, which I think is what fucks up a lot of part twos of any movie. They always say, you know, that, what is it, the sequels... What is it? The sequel? The second one's not always as good as the first one. Yeah. And I think it's a mental thing. It's not so much the movie. The movie could be great, but in our head we're always like, we fell in love with the first one this way, because of this reason. Now the second one is trying to either redo that or they're trying to like call in some characters, and you're like, I get what they're doing, but I don't really like it. But I feel like if I could just let go of the first one and just let the second one be for what it is, then I think I'd enjoy it. Because I'm going to admit, like, yes, once again, like, we love Adam Sandler. But in his recent movies, I think he has like a pattern of some corny things that I see. Do you know what I mean? Some like certain like things where the kids have to do like a certain thing, or like the parents have to make like a certain laugh, or like the camera pans on someone for a little bit longer than it should. Like there's always something that he puts in the movies where I'm like, this is kind of weird now. It seems like family comedy. I don't know how to explain it. But once again, I love him so much that as soon as it comes out, I'm going to watch it.
Same.
But I just have this thing of like...
Because you know that's just going to come out on Netflix.
Oh, no, it is. It's a Netflix movie.
It is.
Yeah. Of course. Well, he has a whole contract with them. So anything he makes now is all going to come with him. But I think I'm interested to see like which characters he brings into this. Oh, yeah. But I'm curious to see if he's going to incorporate like... I think, Nick Swartzen's already on it.
Is he?
So, yeah. And he wasn't in the original. So I'm interested to see who he's going to bring into this one. And... I'm interested to see if he's going to play the character like how he did back in the day, where it was this young, goofy, like, or how does he do? Can you do a Adam Sandler? Come on, dude. Come on. Do you know what I'm getting at? Like when he does that. Yeah, what is it? What's the... All right, you can't do it. But anyways, so, like, I just wonder if he's going to go back to that character or if he's going to be, like, a more mature character. Because, honestly, I'm going to say this right now. If he goes the route of now Happy's mature and he probably has a wife and kids and stuff, I don't know if I'm going to like that. I kind of want, I want the childish Happy to come back. Mm-hmm. Obviously, Grandma's going to be passed away, right? Let's predict some of this stuff. Sure. Because as of now, this is very, like, ground zero. There's nothing. I looked up last night. There's no plot. No one has came out with a plot yet. There's no for sure who's going to be in it. The only for sure is Adam Sandler, of course. Oh, and Shooter McGavin. So he's for sure going to be in it. But But I think we should maybe like make a guess. What do you think it could possibly be about? Because the last one ended. We already know Chubbs is not going to be in it.
Yeah, Chubbs is dead. Grandma's
In real
for
life.
sure dead. Yeah. Oh, the grandma actress is for sure dead.
Well, Chubbs too, and in the movie.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like they can go a bunch of different ways with it. They could do like before, they could try to pick it. They could be extra silly with it and just like pick it up like nothing happened. They can go prequel with it and like try to do like an early thing with him old, which is going to be weird.
I say it opens with grandma funeral. Calling it right now. Yeah. Oh no, it could. No, they're gonna fast forward a lot of years. They have to. They have to understand that we understand it's been a lot of years since the original. So in the real life movie version of it, it's got to be like grandma's already passed. She's probably just gonna be a mention.
I have to pee so bad again.
You gotta pee. You want to take a break? Should we stop?
Take a break or just let me pee?
Well, I'm not gonna.
Just talking about Happy Gilmore.
Let's take a quick break. I gotta pee too. Let's take a quick break. This might be a good one. We're going for a while. Yeah, we've been going for a while, guys. I think it's just a good old classic. The boys in the stew.
Stew.
Giving out bars.
Yeah, bar.
Oh, speaking of, there's no more Kendrick Drake stuff, huh?
That's it.
Excuse me, my bad, guys.
It's done. It's all done.
Damn, dude.
It's all done. Kendrick won.
Damn, dude, we're getting drunk on Sunday. I haven't done this in a while. Cheers, buddy. Thank you.
Bottom again. Even
yeah.
though
Sorry,
I have my cap on, you sick fuck.
Sorry.
Yeah, drunk on a Sunday. First time in a long time.
Damn, dude.
It's nice. It's really nice. Come on.
Let me ask you this. At what age did you feel your body like you're like, oh, like this I'm old now to where a hangover is going to last longer than a day or two? Did we already talk about this?
Yeah, I think so. Probably like early 30s, like 33.
I think mine was like 30. I think my 30th birthday, the next day
There's
I
a
was
difference
like,
for
whoa,
sure,
yeah.
yeah.
Like, normally like when you turn like 21, people are like, oh, do you feel 21? It's like, not really, other than I can buy like alcohol now, but like physically, no. 30 was the age where they're like, oh, do you feel 30? I was like, actually I do. Like, I remember like I got drunk on my 30th birthday and then I was hungover for like the rest of the week. I was like, whoa, dude. Like at 29, probably like 29 and like a couple days before my 30th birthday, I could probably drink and then like be totally fine the next morning. I could probably go to the gym the next morning. But 30 hit and that's where like a hangover really like sticks, dude.
Yeah, that's a good point. Because like when I was like 25 to 30 is when I was working at breweries and stuff. And when I first started, I'd get drunk after every shift. You know what I mean? And
That's so cool, dude.
Be back the next morning, like when I had to be there, and just if it was rough, it was rough, but you got through it like pretty easily,
Yeah.
And then for sure, by the end of like my brewing career, it was like, I'm just not gonna go out drinking because I can't.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's no way I'm gonna go do a 10-hour shift tomorrow or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you just kind of get to the point where you realize the reality of like your choices, so you don't mess up as much in your early 30s. But like the actual, it's so much physically harder to recover was probably like a little later, like 33, 34, where I was just like, no, like it's a medical. It's just not possible anymore. No, you know what I mean?
But and you know what too? I like as I got older. Before I used to be like, oh, I know my limit. No, now I know my limit. Especially, I was thinking about this. Having a kid definitely slows you down. But like, there are some people that once they have a kid, then they like completely stop drinking. I'm a piece of shit still, so I still drink with my kid. But having him definitely helps you like. Space out your beers or whatever you're drinking at the time. Like for instance, like when we went to the baseball game, I was drinking. Obviously, my girl was driving and stuff, like whatever. But so like I could have gotten crazy. But having him and like I want her to be able to enjoy the game as well and eat snacks or do whatever she's got to do without having to take care of the baby. So I'm holding the baby. I don't take swigs. So it kind of spaces out my drinking. Opposed to if I didn't have him, I would just be like, oh fuck, I'm already done with this tall can. I need another one. Oh shit, side story about the game. Okay, now I guess we could talk about it. I love the Padres, but we stole from the Padres.
Oh.
Me and my mom did.
Oh.
She probably doesn't want me to tell this story, but I don't care. Okay, so we're not pieces of shit, though. They fucking deserve this. Okay, so me and my mom, we get to the game.
Hold on.
Are you about to have
I got to put my headphones on for a Sylvia scandal.
Wait, should I call her real quick and see if she's okay with me telling the story?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. All right, hold on. She's gonna answer. She always answers me first time.
Hello?
Hey, Mom.
What's up?
Hey, you're on the podcast. We have a question.
Okay, hello.
Hi, Sylvia.
Hi.
Can I tell the story about what we did at the Padres game?
What? Sure, why not?
Yeah, mommy.
Okay.
So much for our secret.
Well, it's not our secret because Dad said he knew because you told him, and you
I
said
did not.
Dad said he knew.
Swear I did not tell him.
Well, Daddy's about to know.
And everyone else, the rest of the other 50 people that listen.
You can get us arrested, fucker.
You think so? No, not the way I'm gonna tell it because that piece of shit was all mean to us. Remember?
There's a statute of limitations.
Technically, I did insert my card.
That's right. Okay.
I did at that other one. So,
Do you want to
as
tell your
far as
version real quick?
my version? Yeah. I ordered my stuff. I pulled out my card to give to the.
You got to tell them. So now at the stadium, they do. You grab your stuff, and a person gives you all your stuff, but you don't pay with them. You take it to like a scan. Have you ever been to Circle K?
Yeah.
You put it on the scale and they scan it, like the cameras and stuff. So you got to do that now. So you just take your tray with all your stuff and you put it on that. So go ahead, Mom.
All right. So then I got everything we wanted, and we go over to the first one I see open, and yeah, we noticed there was a soda there, but no big deal. So we put our stuff down, and
A soda had spilled. Yeah,
soda had spilled, and we didn't pay no attention. We start putting our stuff down, and this kid just comes out of nowhere. And it's like, you can't use that one, blah, blah, blah. And I said, what about, I've already scanned my card. We put the items down. What, can you just let me complete the transaction? You're going to have to go to the other one. He pulled out my card, handed it to me. So as far as I'm concerned, I paid for my stuff.
But yeah, and so like the guy, and like his big thing was just he wanted to clean it up, but he wasn't like, oh, excuse me, like, can I clean that up real quick? He was just like, oh, you can't use this right now. Yeah, he was like, you can't use this right now. And we were like, okay. He's like, so, like, kind of like move out the way, shush. Yeah. And he wanted to clean up the area. So then, as he's cleaning it, we stand back, and the other two that were available, like where you could scan your stuff, people were using them. And they were, you could tell they were having an issue too.
Yeah.
Because, like, they would give you, like, say if you got 4 drinks, they would put them in a tray. We didn't know you had to take each individual drink out and put it on the thing. So people were putting the whole tray, and it was, like, all fucking up. So there was, like, there was workers trying to help them. And then, so instead of that guy, after he cleaned it, instead of letting us like, okay, now you can use it, this other bitch, I mean, no disrespect to her, but she just got there, got her stuff, and went straight to our line and started using our machine. So we're like, what the fuck?
And mind you, the guy never cleared our machine. So as far as I'm concerned,
they charged us.
Yeah, they charged us, and they probably charged the girls next thing because we didn't get a receipt.
Yeah.
So yeah, thumbs down to their new process. It sucks.
Yeah, and that's one of those things too, like how they have at the airports now, where you go in and just grab a sandwich or whatever, and you're supposed to check yourself out, and even self checkout at like Walmart and shit. Like you gotta account for. I stole inadvertently the other day because I had something under hot dog buns that I forgot to scan. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's not on me. Like fucking.
So let me tell you,
have more lanes open and scan it right.
Yeah, you guys want to hear a good one?
Yeah.
So I'm at Sam's Club right now, and again, you load your shit, then you got to scan your shit, then you got to load your shit back up, then you got to unload it, put it in the car. But let me tell you this. So I, walked out of there and, full basket to the gills, and I had some Clamato hanging on the side. I scanned it. The machine beeped, and then it said, item did not scan. So then I scanned it again. It beeped. I went on to scan the next thing, and as I'm walking out, the gal's all, ma'am, you didn't pay for your Clamatos. I said, yes, I did. It scanned. It beeped. At first, it told me it didn't, but then it did. And she goes, oh, well, you're going to have to go to the first register. I need the clamato. Otherwise, I would have said, no, forget it, right? So I go back, and one of the managers comes to me, and he goes, oh, I'm sorry. Did you scan this barcode or this barcode? And I said, well, first of all, how am I supposed to know when there's 3 barcodes exactly which one to do? I said, but you asked, I scanned this one. Oh, no, you can't scan the one on the bottle. You got to scan the one on the handle.
It's not my job, dude.
Yeah.
Exactly. So here I look all silly, going in because people look at you funny when you're going in the wrong direction.
Like this lady's
anywhere.
stealing clamato for sure.
And I'm like, how, no. So hands down, thumbs down to this new technology.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah.
For the record, I don't think you guys did anything wrong at the Padres game.
No, and if anything,
I would have done the same shit.
Well, we didn't even finish. So when we were waiting, like I said, that lady took our spot. One guy left, and this other Asian dude, he was Asian. He just went across and went to the next one that was available, like without letting us go. So we were like, what the fuck? We've been waiting here for like 15, 20 minutes already. We have our stuff. And I was like, let's just go. My mom was like, let's just go. And I was like, all right.
It reminded me of one of the roundabouts here in Yuma. Nobody freaking knows how to use them.
Yeah. Dude, every time you go into a roundabout, it's 50-50 you're going to get clipped.
Yeah, because no one knows when to go or when to stop.
And I'm like, look, I'm signaling so that you know I'm staying in the roundabout. Yeah. Don't come in here. And they're still like, should I come in there or should I?
But no, yeah, I didn't know if we could tell a story, but it's even better that you told the story. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, you're right. And you're right. We did not do anything wrong.
Yeah.
You're in the clear.
All right, we're good.
All right, go back to stealing from Sam's Club.
But if I get arrested, you fuckers better come bail me out.
Yeah, we got you.
What are you talking about?
No, we got you. We promise.
Okay.
All right, Mom, I'll talk to you later. Love you.
Bye, Sylvia.
Later. Love you too.
Sheesh. That's my mom, guys.
So cool.
But yeah. So, that whole fucking thing happened. But I did kind of feel bad because it's my team. It's our home field. So I'm like stealing from them. But no, dude, I'm serious. Like, like I said, like she mentioned, there was a spilled drink. I didn't even see it. But the guy was just like my mom was like, oh, why isn't it working? And the guy's like, first I got to clean that. Like, he wasn't like, oh, like, can you move the stuff real quick and let me clean up and then I'll help you? Yeah. Like, dude, he was just a fuck. And
back to the lack of customer service.
Oh, dude, it really is all fuck customer. We should title this something along the lines of customer service. We'll figure it out. Yeah. But yeah, dude, just customer service. And yeah, she's got a good point. Like this, and this is the futuristic thing. Like we said, like the people behind the counter were just there to hand you your stuff. And then you had to go and take it to the machine and it would scan it. And it wasn't, like I said, it was like there was no directions. Maybe there were posted around, but bro, come on, we're at a baseball game. We're all having fun. We're not here to work.
So you got 4 beers free? Is that what it was?
We got 4 beers, probably like 3 waters, like 6 hot dogs. Dude,
you made it count.
We made it count. Like we got, because it worked out perfect. But nice. Dude, I had to tell that story. I had to get it off my chest.
I think you're fine.
If the Padres are mad, I'm sorry, guys, but
sorry.
Work on
They'll
your
be
stuff.
fine.
No,
they can afford 6 hot dogs and 4 beers.
If this was the Dodgers, fuck them. But it's my team, dog. I feel bad. I stole from them. I took money out of Fernando Tatis Jr.'s $1 million, whatever he's making. I took money out of Machado, dude. I took money out of the guy that cleans the field. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Oh, fuck those guys.
Well, come on, guys.
You make what? You go to like 4 or 5 games a year?
If more, maybe. We're big on baseball. So yeah, you're right.
And you're going from Yuma. You're traveling. Fuck them, dude. They owe you 4+ beers a game.
I created my own like Padre fan club where I'm like, I go so much that I should be allowed to steal from you guys.
Just start slapping people. I'm from Yuma.
I go to, you know how much money I spend on coming to your games every year? I deserve this.
Hundreds of dollars. Get out of my way.
But yeah, guys, so
I think you're fine.
Yeah, I think I'm fine too. But yeah, you know what? It's cool because my mom told the same story I would have told. Nothing different.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I like that she added that she was currently at Sam's Club.
Oh yeah, she was. Yeah.
And then she like nonchalantly goes like, well, I need the Clamato. I can't not get it. And it's like, you don't need it. You just want to go home and drink red beers.
No, it's so funny that she brought that up. That happened today because
ceviche.
Dude, she's making shrimp ceviche. Yeah. She's making aguachiles.
Oh, okay.
Dude, she's hooking it up, so she does need it.
Yeah.
Sam's Club better give her that fucking Clamato.
Okay. That makes
no, but I get what you're saying.
Way more sense. Yeah.
No, and she is real like that. Like, had it have been like, I don't need it to. I'll go get some at Circle K. Like for drinking, she would have totally just been like, fucking leave it then. Like I'll just go and get at Circle K. But no, she was like, well, I can get the double pack, the bigger ones
for way less.
Yeah, for way less for the ceviche and stuff. So she did need it. But it is funny that you bring that up. Do you want to get into the last topic?
Yeah.
All right, guys. So recently in the news, a woman was caught shopping. Well, should I say she was caught with jizz on her. She was shopping and she got jizz on her back. Women reports disturbing incident at Chambly grocery store to police. Man pleasures self, leaves bodily fluids on shopper. I wonder what that's about. Let's watch the video.
But we begin tonight with that disturbing story in Chambly, and we do want to warn viewers, the details may be considered graphic. Good evening, I'm Russ Spence.
I'm Courtney Bryant. Chambly police say a man is accused of performing a sex act on himself and leaving bodily fluids on a woman at Whole Foods.
Fox 5's Mary Smith is live outside Chambly Police Headquarters after speaking with the victim tonight. Mary?
Yeah, that's right. The victim says this happened during what was supposed to be a routine trip to Whole Foods, but the unthinkable happened. Horrified and enraged. Just no words. Disgusted.
Dr. Sabine Lovell, a plastic surgeon here in Metro Atlanta, is still processing what happened to her during a trip to this Whole Foods on Peachtree Boulevard in Chambly Saturday.
I was going to pick up a couple things. I see this gentleman walking down the aisle who's pretending to be shopping, and he's holding a basket. And he looked kind of like a normal gentleman, like late 20s, early 30s, nothing like extra suspicious about him.
She says she then reached for a bag of chips, but felt something on her back.
So I went over to grab the chips, and as I was doing that, I felt something like wet and warm on my back. And so I put my hand on the small of my back, and then I saw that it was like this gooey, white substance, and I turn around and I see this guy looking at me, and then he zips his pants up.
Lovell tells Fox 5 once she realized what happened, she chased the man before calling police.
I wanted to draw as much attention as possible to the situation so that there would be a lot of witnesses.
Chambly police say a witness saw the man drive off in a black Kia. Investigators tell Fox 5 they identified a person of interest, and the investigation is ongoing.
This was broad daylight on a Saturday. I'm sure he's done this before, or this could escalate to something more like rape or murder. So I want to make sure that this goes on his record and it follows him.
All right, why is she gonna get all dark with rape and murder? All right, dude.
First of all, it's called sharking.
Oh yeah. Emil's heard of this, guys. To me, I'm fucking 30 years old. It's 2024. This is the first time I've ever heard of something happening like this. Emil has a term for this.
In 1999, if you wanted to have a good time, you went out. You went to Whole Foods.
Hey, it was different times, guys.
It was different times. You were in your early 20s. You pretended to be a shopper. Right. And then you just nutted on people and ran in your Kia. No, I have heard of it as a term, the term sharking, because I knew someone that she like played sports growing up, and it was a sport that men and women play equally.
Basketball?
I don't really want to say.
Oh, okay. No, okay, my bad.
I feel like the sport gives it away.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, I'm going to want to clip this, so less detail the better. Yeah. All right, continue.
So, like, I remember her telling me a story of, like, the girls' team went to the guys' team's captain's house or whatever.
Okay.
And they were all hanging out, watching movies and stuff, and all of a sudden, like one by one, they just got nutted on. Like, not even knowing what was happening. Like all of a sudden it would just
The females?
be like, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And she was like telling me this, laughing, like, yeah, it's called sharking. And I was like, what the fuck? And she was like, yeah, I mean, it was weird and it was gross, but it was like, whatever. And I'm like, no, it's not whatever. It's not whatever. That's fucking crazy.
She's like, and then she's like, we were just like watching a movie, and then like, oh my god, fucking Chad doing his thing. He just jerked off my shoulder, and then of course he does it, so his dumb buddy, his football buddy, has to.
Randy had a nut on Janet.
It was so funny,
like,
and you're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
She's like, no, you had to have been there.
Yeah.
It was hilarious. Like, you know how they get, boys. That's crazy, dude. So this was a thing back then.
Yeah.
The only thing though is like, not that was cooler, but that just seems like your boys jerking off on girls. Kind of seems kind of cooler than this guy just randomly jerking off on some girl he doesn't know that she's not okay with it.
None of it's cooler, but this is even crazy. At least in that instance, you're like a horny teenager. You're gonna jerk off multiple times a day and like nut under whatever circumstances. This dude's in a store. It's like, bro, think about what it takes for you to jerk off. You know what I mean? Everything's got to line up. You got to know no one's around. You got to be comfortable. You got to like be hydrated. I don't know.
Okay.
But you got to watch porn. You got to do these things. And this dude's to the point where he's in a store about to nut and just.
Let's get into our next.
I was trying not to laugh when she was doing. I felt some, and that's when she felt something on her back.
When you listen to this,
I felt something on my back, gooey, warm. I touched it; it was white, and it's like
when you watch it, you're just like, "This is a parody, right? This is like a SNL skit."
Yeah.
No, this shit's real. That's what's funny is when some like real life story is so out there that you're just like, "This is a bit, right? This ain't real," but it is.
Yeah.
She's pretty hot, right? Oh, that's what I was gonna say. No, we'll cut to this. We can do our new segment, kink shaming. Kink shaming. Do you think this is a kink for him? Because you said, what did he have to go through to like, everything had to align right. He had to be able to get hard. People, maybe he's trying to find a time when people weren't watching. But kink shame. What if this guy's kink was that like, he wanted to be publicly jerking off. Like, that's what got him off. He wanted to know that on camera people were watching him. There's a possibility that someone's going to turn around the corner and catch him. Like, that's what got him off. And you know what's crazy is, like, the thing about kinking, like, kinks in general are, like anything could be a kink. You know what I'm saying? Like, from what, like, we're finding out about people, like, I don't know, like a fucking doorknob could like turn someone on. Like, and as crazy as it sounds to us, to them, that's like what gets them. They could be a normal person. They could have a successful job, successful life, beautiful family, and everything. But their one thing is like, bro, a good doorknob in the ass while I jerk off. Specifically a doorknob.
One of these.
The golden ones, not the silver ones. Or the hook ones. so I can. But like, that's what I'm saying. Like kink shaming, like, who are we to be like, yeah, that's their thing? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, okay. I think in order to do kink shaming, we have to say something that we think is like a kink to us. It could be something basic, but what's something that you need to like really get you off? Or something that be like, damn, like that's kind of weird, but it works. Because like feet's not a thing for me, really. I'm trying to think of the basics. Like feet.
Feet's a thing, unfortunately for me.
I wouldn't say unfortunately.
And not even like, whatever, man. Fuck you. I don't know.
I can cut it out.
What's a thing to get off?
Yeah. And like I said, it's very tough because you don't think crazy. Like just something that works for you. Because what I'm trying to get at is like everyone's level of kink is different. But you have to understand that what you think is like, this is a kink for me. But I mean, it's normal, right? Everyone does it. The same things that people that fucking fuck doorknobs, they think the same thing. Like, there's some people that like this too. That's why, you know what I'm saying? So we have to understand with them like, all right, man, we understand you have your thing and we have our thing. Ours is as extreme as yours, but we have our things. You don't have to say it if you don't want to, because I can't think of any right now.
The only one I could think of is like being on like the cusp of pain, not pain necessarily, but like you being choked, or you're like your balls are being squeezed harder than would be okay outside of that situation.
That's not BDSM, huh? That's like tying up and stuff. No.
Yeah, no, it's
But,
not.
like-
It's not BDSM. No, it's definitely not like.
But no,
I'm not talking about fucking twisting my nuts until they're about to pop. You know
like
what I
the
mean?
end of a balloon.
Yeah. But if I'm in the throes of a BJ or something, you know, and I'm about
And they
to
give a
nut,
nice-
and then it gives it like a nice little
hacky sack squeeze.
Yeah, but like more than would be okay 10 minutes ago.
Like squeezing like a water balloon. Like, you know, if you squeeze it any harder, it's
Yeah.
gonna burst.
Yeah.
But it's that right, like,
But the right amount.
Yeah.
Not
I
like
get that.
we're not losing color. Nothing crazy is happening, but it's just like added pressure. And it's like, it could be a neck, it could be a shoulder, it could be a bite, it could be a pinch. But it's just like a little like, oh, like what?
That's the spot.
Like that triggers like
From
I'm
99 to
going
100.
now. Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I'm like that with choking, biting, and like as much as I don't like hickeys, bro, like not that I want a hickey, but like to get that suction on your neck and to get a hickey from it, bro, it makes my toes fucking twinkle. That'll make me come like in 2 seconds. If you just like, if I just slip it in and she just goes straight to my neck, I'm busting.
Goo!
Right away.
Goo!
Get off me.
Oliver, you want a sister? Wake up!
But no, dude.
Mommy kissed my neck.
Dude, that's a good one. Yes. That's something where it's like, that is a little crazy, like the whole pain thing.
Yeah.
But it's definitely like some people would be like,
And
whoa,
I'm
that's
apprehensive to say pain because it's not. This is not like we live in the time of internet where
it's like
people
a
are
good pain though. I don't know how to explain it.
cutting dicks off and shit. This isn't pain Olympics. This isn't pain Olympics. You know what I mean?
Dude.
This isn't that.
No.
This isn't that.
Don't even bring that up.
It's just a little more than you would expect in that situation. That's it.
Yeah. No, but dude. Bro, have you ever, I've done it to a girl, but have you ever, a girl's ever like choked you to the point where like, you almost black out? Like you think you tapped a little early, but she didn't feel that you tapping, and she just kept squeezing, and you started seeing like static? Dude, that's scary. But it was amazing.
But I get why guys die in their closets.
Dude, yeah.
I get it.
I get the belt around the neck.
Yeah.
I get it. But dude,
weird random recommendation.
Please.
World's Greatest Dad? It's a
no, dude. You know what? Crazy you brought that up. No, we haven't. And crazy you have, because that's the first time, dude, I watched that movie and had the most depression after it.
Like, fucks you up for sure.
Dude, I watched it, I was probably like a sophomore or junior in high school. But tell about the movie. Sorry.
It's basically Robin Williams is a high school teacher. Mm-hmm. He's got a son who goes to the high school, and the son is just a piece of shit.
If I'm not mistaken, I think the son is Junie from Spy Kids, the redhead.
I don't know.
I'll look it up. Well, keep talking.
So they do a really Bobcat Goldthwait directed. I think he wrote and directed it. He's got a couple good ass movies.
Yeah.
But in World's Greatest Dad, it's like...
Yeah, Daryl Sabara plays the son.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Junie from Spy Kids. He has a kid with... what's her name? She's the singer... Meghan Trainor. Yeah, Meghan Trainor's husband. So anyways, that plays... He's a Robin Williams kid.
They do a real good job of making Robin Williams' son, that guy, seem like a giant piece of shit for like the first third of the movie. And you're like, where's this going? And then he's just an asshole. And then one random night he is like jerking off in his room and he goes to choke himself.
Yeah.
And he dies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so Robin Williams finds his son having like choked himself out during a jerk off session, and like it's just I mean, I don't. Am I ruining the movie?
No. It came out in 2009. So
if you haven't seen it
by this point, like fuck off, dude. But you're explaining it where I want to watch it again.
Yeah, So he finds his son, and in this like fucked up raw like scene, they show him finding his son, and Robin Williams, like in his brilliance, you see him like.
Did you mention that Robin Williams was a writer?
He's like a high school English teacher who is also a writer. Yes, I didn't mention that. That's important.
Yeah, pretty big.
And then he, in that like moment of processing, finding his son in that way, like just comes to the realization of what he thinks he has to do to make it better.
Because he thinks it'd be embarrassing if the public found out that his son died from
jerking off
while choking himself. Yeah. So he fixes the body, right, to make
he
it seem like
hangs him
hanging.
back up, puts his dick away.
Yeah.
And then gets on the computer and starts writing like a suicide note.
Yeah, dude.
And it kind of like snowballs from there.
Well, yeah, because in it, the dad's writing it as if how he would imagine or how he would want his son to speak about him when he passed. And he pretty much put, like, if I'm not mistaken, like something along the lines of like, there's nothing no one could have done for me. I had made the decision years ago, but I want to say, I thank you. I love my dad. He's always been the great. He made his dad sound really amazing. Obviously, Robin Williams himself, as if that's what his son would say. But yeah, and the weird part was that he put his dick away. And the crazy thing is, like, bro, like in this fucked up film, like you realize, like, dude, instead of calling 911, he came up with this whole plan where he secondly hung his son on purpose because he cleans him up, puts his dick away, puts his pants on, and then he has to fashion the belt around the doorway or the closet or whatever, and then hang his son again and let his lifeless body hang in a fucking. Dude, it's like so fucked. But anyways, but it's almost like what is it considered? See, it's a comedy drama. It's a dark comedy drama. It's really dark. I mean, so from then on, the public obviously finds out about it, and then he writes a book about it.
Yeah.
He writes about like how they grew up and stuff, and how him and his, because it's only his word against his, and the kid's dead now. So he just wrote all this stuff, like made up all this stuff, like they had a great relationship, and now it's just he's painting the picture of like, look at me, I'm the sad dad. I lost a son. And then he writes, and every book he's selling is now becoming #1 bestsellers. He's making money again. In the end, he gets caught and stuff. Everyone finds out. But no, dude, it's crazy you brought that up because that was, like I said, that was the first film that I watched, and it mentally fucked me up. I remember after I watched it, I just felt like a big thing of sadness. I don't know why, and I kind of want to watch it again to see if I get the same feeling. But yeah, I remember like a sophomore or junior in high school, I watched it. I don't know where my parents were. I was home alone, and I think I was a Robin Williams fan at the my mouth's dry. A Robin Williams fan at the time, and I was like, "Oh shit, another Robin Williams movie." So I put it on, and yeah, dude, it was like a fucked up movie. I don't know why, but I remember like my parents came home, and like they were talking to me, and I was helping them with the groceries, and I just started crying out of nowhere. Like it was like I just felt depression, and like I remember my dad was like, it was a crazy time. My dad was like, "Nah, it's not real. He's fucking psycho. Look at him. It's because his girlfriend's making him crazy." Like it was a whole thing. I don't want to talk about it, guys.
I want to talk about it.
But no.
Have you ever seen Requiem for a Dream?
I haven't seen it yet.
That was the first movie that for me I was like,
I've heard of that. That's with homeboy, 30 Seconds on Mars.
Marlon Wayans, Jared Leto,
Jennifer
Connelly. It's a bunch of good actors.
I've heard that too. That's one of those films that you watch and it makes you feel uneasy, which I love listening to like movie critics, like ones that really know their shit, especially like horror films. And that's something they always say is like something that wait, what's the word I said?
Uneasy?
Yeah, a movie that makes you feel uneasy. And I never understood that, but now like I get it. Like it doesn't have to be scary, it doesn't have to be gory. It's just the scenarios they make, and they make you almost like if you were in this position, like, oh shit, that's what I would be doing. Like, dude, it makes you feel uneasy. Like it makes you feel like, I don't know how to feel about this. I don't know if I should feel sad or happy, or it is a weird fucking thing. But yeah, dude, World's Greatest Dad did that for me. Damn, I want to watch that now.
I'm down.
Yeah. Oh, it's on Hulu. I got Hulu. All right, so real quick before we go, we'll brush over this one. But I just always had, I've heard about, I don't know if it's a thing that's real. I could probably look it up. But I don't know if it's a thing that's real, but supposedly they're saying that they're trying to pass a law where parents of school shooters, like the kids, if the parents get the what's the word? The punishment. Mm-hmm. So now, I don't know. I just think that someone brought up, I heard on another podcast where someone brought up that I feel like there's so many bad fucking kids out there. There'd be some kids that would be like, oh, so like if I go and do a school shooting, I'm not going to get in trouble. My parents will because, you know, they should have fucking raised me better. And because most, like, not most, but there are cases where kids are just, there's nothing you can do. You can be nice to them or you can beat the shit out of them. They're just going to be however they end up being no matter what you do. Like, we've seen cases of that. So I think those kids are just going to be like, fucking, you know, I won't get in trouble for this. Maybe I'll get evaluated. Maybe I'll get put in like a psych ward, but I'm not going to go to prison for the rest of my life. My parents will because they canceled my, you know, Netflix subscription or my fucking Xbox or.
They didn't get me Roblox gift cards for my birthday. Watch this. Yeah.
But, like, seriously, like, when you think about it, though, minus those type of kids, does that fall back on there are some fucking shitty parents out there that...
Sure.
That case would make sense. Where, yes, if you can prove that these parents were also shitty, like, they put this kid in a certain type of situation.
Should be a factor, yeah.
There should, yes, right? Not that it makes it any better. Like, obviously, no. I think all three of them should still, you know, get some time or burn in hell or whatever the case is. Mm-hmm. But I think that could be a thing if they just look further into it. Like I said, if there's, you know, these were good parents. It just, this fucking kid was just unhelpable or whatever you could possibly do. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's unhelpable. Is that even a fucking word?
Sure.
Not able to find help, but no, I don't know. I feel like in those cases,
helpless,
yes, hopeless kids, helpless kids. But maybe there's just instances where like those ones, it's like, yeah, clearly it's that kid. The parents are fucking doing everything they fucking can. This kid, this kid, God, fuck. This kid he went off on his own path, and I don't know.
Fuck him.
I'm buzzing. I've done
that so many times this episode where I've gone to drink my empty beer.
I take a drink with the top on. I think we're good there, man.
I think we're good.
That's probably like 3 hours, honestly.
Wow.
Damn, that's crazy.
2-parter.
Nah, 2-parter. We're not those people.
No. We'll see you next week when I have COVID.
No, you don't have COVID, dude.
You're going to give it to me.
Oh, my God. I didn't even have COVID. I didn't say I had COVID.
You didn't test for it.
So okay, because I don't test for it, you just automatically assume I have it? That's fucked up. Why can't you automatically assume I don't have it?
What'd you say earlier before we started filming about not tasting things?
I can taste things, though.
But you couldn't before.
Oh, that was like... No, but that was one of those things where like your nose gets so stuffy that, you know, it blocks your passageway so you can't taste for a while.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
That's just telling yourself what you want to hear.
Oh my gosh. I don't have COVID.
Okay. Super spreader.
Don't be like that, dude. What
is it, 2020? Is it fucking June 2020 right now?
I'm gonna jerk off on your back. Fucking
and then I felt something gooey.
I'm telling you, man.
I touched it. It was warm. It was white.
Fucking whore. I like how she brought up, though, going back to it real quick. I like how she brought up that it was like during the day, so she was like, he's done this before.
He's done this before.
No, bitch. You were the first one he was like, I gotta try this out. Yeah. Imagine your first time and you're just like, damn. Like, normally, like, you try something off the wall and you're like, oh shit, I got away with it. Imagine his first time. He was like, man, I really want to jerk off on this bitch's back. And like, he's like, I'll probably get away with it the first time. The first time he gets caught, he's like, damn. Like, he can't even try it again. You think he's going to try it a second time? Be like, okay, this time, I think I figured it out. I'll try it at night. Yeah. I'll find a corner where there's less. Yeah. Like, dude, but I just think, real quick, back, like, if I go to Walmart during the day, any aisle you walk through, like, there's going to be at least a person. No. But there's like a person that, like, where do you even find the time to, like, he's got a superpower. How do you get it hard enough, like, to play with it in your pants where you're not walking around the store where people are, like, looking at you? Like, you don't get caught before you do that? Yeah. That's really weird. I don't know. We'll look back into that story.
I don't get it.
But, guys, before we go, we got a lot of new things coming. Like I said, I'm switching up everything. If you noticed recently, there's going to be an S added to all the socials on the YouTube, everything. Like I said, we just made a TikTok, so make sure you guys follow that. I know we just put out episode, I think 121. Like I said, guys, I'm just getting over the sickness, so I just had enough energy to put out the episode. I couldn't make a Instagram post like I normally do. That'll be coming out by now. This episode will have came out, so you guys have already seen that. But you'll have a week where there's going to be 2 Instagram posts. But it doesn't matter. We're still sticking to an episode a week, so that still happens. No matter what, an episode does get put out every week. I may not just post about it, and that's on me, and that's just like life comes up or like a sickness. But so I apologize. But from here on out, we should be back on track. I should be good. I won't get sick for another 4 years. I promise.
Deal.
Guys, make sure you guys follow at Jordan_comedy, at Emil Comedy. Follow the Instagram. Follow the YouTube. Or subscribe to the YouTube, please, because that really helps.
Please.
I know we should push for it more, but it's kind of like I feel like a bitch. Like, please do this, but what I'm finding out,
I'll do it. Please.
Even the greats do it. Fucking, they're constantly asking for more subscribers and stuff. I'm not gonna call anyone out, but like a lot of my favorite comedians do it, and I'm like, dude, even if they would say it's corny, it's not corny. So please guys,
make fake accounts, please.
Make fake accounts. Somehow we lost a subscriber. That's so sad. Not only are we not getting more right now, we're just like also losing one every
lost
like
the YouTube subscriber
every 6 months. Yeah. Thank you guys for tuning into another episode. I love you, Emil.
I love you.
We're out. Bye. Play the music. Play the music, guys.